EpaHoaDaben Happy FM Gwambosa. Chese dadia.
EpaHoaDaben.
EpaHoaDaben.
Say it again.
EpaHoaDaben. Now together, EpaHoaDaben.
Awesome.
EpaHoaDaben.
Emra Yedwe, Emra Mene, former chairman, Greater Accra, Emma NDC Amanyuko, and former vice chair of the FA, Ena Edieshia, chairman Kobina Ade Kuka.
Chairman Emeritus.
Chairman Kwaba.
I'm a Josu.
Papa.
Watch a veteran like you.
Oh, Chairman.
So some few years back, you bought BBA.
That's right.
BB Bismark.
That's right.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Security of Ghana remains stable. We acknowledge that the situation in Boko and Alavanyo and their immediate surroundings remain quite volatile. The Ghana Armed Forces is actively monitoring developments and have put in place robust mechanisms to ensure any potential escalation is swiftly contained in the interest of a peaceful and long-lasting resolution of the conflicts through dialogue. In doing so, we shall always separate crime from traditional matters, enabling us to deal appropriately and legally with criminals who foment trouble in the name of chieftaincy conflicts. Relatedly, let me assure once again that government has decided to take necessary steps to reconstruct the statue of the Zugra traditional area in Boko while investigation into the continues.
EpaHoaDaben.
Supporting the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Armed Forces have played significant supporting roles in the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. We are not out of the woods yet as a nation, but there is hope because there is a political will at the very top. We have reviewed the fight against illegal mining and have worked with stakeholders to reform the fight. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, is a product of that review exercise. The recovery of several forest reserves early this year, which our forest guards could not venture, was led by the Ghana Armed Forces. Additionally, the Navy supported land forces in Operation Hall 2 to combat illegal mining along River Ankobra in the western and western north regions. The Navy's riverine operations along the Volta River, like Operation Oasis in Bui, also assisted in reducing the effects of illegal mining on the Black Volta. To strengthen security along Ghana's inland waters and riverine areas, government launched the Blue Water Guard training program in 2025, this year. The Blue Water Guard initiative aims to establish 24-hour monitoring of Ghana's water bodies. It is a strategic intervention to tackle illegal mining activities, protect the environment, and restore Ghana's polluted water resources. The first batch of 453 personnel were trained by the Ghana Navy at the Forward Operating Base at Ezinlimbo. A second batch, made up of 532 personnel, commenced training last month and are scheduled to graduate this week. The training of the guards reflect Ghana Navy's commitment to operationalizing government's initiative of ensuring that all mining activities in Ghana leave a positive green footprint and not pollute water bodies.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
This statement is by the members of parliament of the 6 constituencies in Kusau in the Upper East region and Kusau's opinion leaders, residents in Accra. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, it is a tried knowledge that our land of Boko in particular, and Kusau in general, has been involved in ethnic conflict for some years now, largely because of the Nairobi's void, illegal, purported enslavement of a rival chief of Boko. We state without equivocation that Boko has one, and I emphasize one, legitimate chief in the person of Zuran Asigiri Abugrab Azoka II since April 1984. The government, through the Ghana Armed Forces, has deployed military officers and men and other security agencies to prevent the loss of life and property and to keep the peace of the area. In the afternoon of Sunday, 13 July 2025, ostensibly in response to an attack by unknown gunmen on a vehicle under military escort, the military personnel in Boko went on rampage and murdered 6 people, maimed more than 20 others, and caused huge destruction to the property of citizens in Boko. Some of them looted the shops of the people and made away with huge sums of money. We deeply regret the unfortunate attack on the vehicle and the military escort, and we sympathize with the 2 soldiers responding to security attacks, lost precious innocent lives that the military ended, the destruction of property, running into tens of thousands and millions of Ghana cedis, the military, in a needless and spiteful hate against Kusas, pulled down the statue of our overlord, Zuran Abugrab Asiri Azwaka II, and set it ablaze in a pointless revolutionary style. What was the point in the destruction of the statue of our overlord? What security threat did the statue pose, and what threat does the destruction solve? It takes an act as such to insult to the Kusal people and to reject same. In the light of the foregoing, we demand the following on the government of Ghana: that the armed force render an unqualified apology to the Zuran and the people of Kusau for the unprofessional and banditry of the military on the 13th of July 2025 in Boko. That the soldiers involved in this act of 13 July 2025 be investigated and prosecuted when found culpable. That there be an immediate overhaul of the military and all security agencies in Boko. That the security personnel will be deployed they only succeed in killing and maiming innocent people without more.
EpaHoaDaben.
So now they have the list.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Your Royal Majesty, I cannot speak of peace and development in the north without touching on the situation in Boko. The protracted conflict in Boko continues to pose a grave challenge to our national peace and regional harmony. Boko, which has always been a booming and prosperous commercial center, is now a pale shadow of itself. Nobody is happy about this situation. Youth move around on motorcycles with sophisticated assault rifles and fire indiscriminately. The conflict has affected everyone: Bamprusis, Kusasis, Bises, Moshis, Hausas, and all other ethnic groups living in the area. Many professionals have fled the area, and public service workers are refusing to be posted to Boko. Let me commend your Royal Majesty for the dignified and statesmanlike manner in which you have responded to these tensions. Your calm and reasonable voice has been a source of guidance to many, and I sincerely appreciate your commitment to peace. I was with His Royal Majesty Nana Osei Tutu II 2 days ago, and he briefed me on the cooperation you have given him in finding a final traditional solution to the conflict. I commend you for the concessions you are willing to make in order to see lasting peace in Boko. I take this opportunity to humbly urge all stakeholders to speed up the mediation process so that peace can return to Boko in order that residents can return to their normal lives as soon as possible. The government remains resolute in restoring lasting peace and stability in Boko. This includes enhancing the security presence, support for conflict resolution mechanisms, and deeper dialogue with all traditional, religious, and civic stakeholders. We believe that peace in Boko is a matter of national importance and that it requires our collective resolve so that justice will prevail and that we will resolve our issues by dialogue. Your Royal Majesty, I wish to assure you that government will continue to rely on your wisdom and partnership in navigating these sensitive matters in a manner that upholds human dignity and preserves the unity of our people.
EpaHoaDaben sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mr. Speaker, I cannot account for two of my pilgrims. Two of them. As we speak, I can show you my phone. I'm calling our consular officer there to help us to find out where they are. Because some of them are very old people. You go to an event where there are over 1 million people attending. They are not educated. They don't speak the local language. They don't speak Arabic. So it's becoming very challenging. This is the first time many of them are venturing outside Ghana. So sometimes when they get there, they get mixed up with delegations from other countries. You know, some fall sick and they can't find them. They've gone to the hospital. So when after the Hajj, we cannot account for our people, the Minister for Foreign Affairs is the person we should be working with. I have always said that perhaps it is time for this House, as a parliament and also as a country, for us to have a legislation on Hajj instead of it just being a committee. But I think also that whatever it is, when there's an issue in a foreign country, you call your Minister for Foreign Affairs to answer.
EpaHoaDaben sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
And the Speaker of Parliament will say, Emra Pamunim Rashayamuno, and what's up with Siano, ever Parliament, Amania officially, one will be invited as a Ranty and I, the sons of free or free or your British year, what January and a man. Now, so you hear our dad from criminal annual Parliament to sit down. on penny, Chinsina, young Quania Fire by election, a one petia. Miniano media for. Every year, you see a business and you say MPP and DC, and you're rather in why you're for. Now to say that or would you buy a candy pie day a home? One would also be your fine flower, wood to meet Mamma Day, a back, and also a net every year and DC for Amaya said, one would do party and now one would do a man of some as in the pound pan. And look here, we are can't check up at the constituency for say. Obi ba, obi yere, obi kunu, and now one share parliament. Since I see a wire by election, our parliament. Now, yes, dear, the judges say, Yano, a woman or who yano, Yadasu are reward, Yadasu or Yamu, ye chap in the CSS, our branch of mono, and to me up through a woo, our Yaliana, and Yakwa and Shana, and the Porto, Kayadi, a free say,
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Free Enara. Exactly 2:30. And then a Juada, the 21st day in the month of July 2025. It's my pleasure. Sir, and then we so Mabawa Kwemu, no Mamma Quine. Sir, my name is Pamfo. Yamrat near Messumo. With in somewhere Kosu or Minimu, a Munchrimu. A home commodie, a home conyesie. Obaka honia said you may boom, Sunny so Wuntini now. Now, weekend and also call say, Mijidi said, Yaudisi when you soon answer Bemumao. According to our choir, Mijidi and his sour body at the Wakwaba, Asum Dremu, any apple mudinimu. Yadana say, Unipa namo ye bebre. Inti se ye koni nyina na ye ba yemfa na seda ma no enye ye nyina na ye kwa ye ba weekend mi no ka se jadda busua bi mu enye so ye special bi o ye friend adom grace and then so ye shana watching for frasidia na ye tenase na omaimu nsemu a edi ehim weekend di penny be ha de University of Ghana Sports Stadium the new patriotic party onu jumedie kase a wonu di annual delegates conference party ni nsusuye mu no adwumadi omudi ye na akyere nkabom omo se MPP sunsum na saba omo se watimi wakame bia nkoso ho na we kyere nkabom kase a APF free osono amanyoko ni mu but in chenchen no so na nkomo okoso en chenchen no so na nsam so okoso pao ebi mu ye subtle campaigns ebi mu so ye open campaign just that idea one for when you ehunu so be billboard and obi t-shirt but campaign the okoso pa against the directive of the planning committee obi enu ho betimi amabeka se o campaign bi ankoso emrahye bedwafo ahodo wo mu nenamu saa na wo ye campaign na flag bearers yi so ana hopeful si o man tenase so mu namu a wo ye campaign ni ebi ni mo de triumphant entry ewura mu na onse na de na kwae no se flag bearer hopeful otu ne nan a na nkofo saso saa na ebe o se bia nkofo omuko baabi obo a campaign kwa and there was a lot of campaign on air as well ba ni nyina nkamfu a dwumadie na bawie ye party ne sɛ ne omudi si omani so no wo monsaka amendments ahodo a wo mo pɛ wo mo constitution mu ene out of 56 party no agi emu 54 atumo efre ewe be di MPP hon komo Amen betumpong na ye me benya hoto. Are you on it? Yeah, the den ekobe bro. And Jimaima will be in a hot seat. Then eko ewo eye internet no so me patch social media in terms of governance, politics, geopolitics, ne hu international issues nsem ni nyina. Ye de ni nyina bedan wo. Ye ma ne mpa ho. Na galamse nsem yi. University Teachers Association of Ghana UTAG. Omo den training bi ababontene. Omo se President Mahama mfa ne ANC form na galamse wama ye hu a significant change. Omo nkokyera de ebiem. Sa okay sa segine sie omo asipen na na do danko akufa do mreso me pa kire December ya November December ya UTAG any organized labor TUCD animo omo threaten so mbekọ strike isane say President Akufo-Addo enye na adwen say obe declare state of emergency na yensu asay yensa asay yenkwa ye brentu a ye de ato ho ama nkyirima ni bi ni yen yo ya baba beto ene ye de sikanibre essay ni nyina also on declare state of emergency nti se munyina mo be kaya organized labor and other professional associations say wo mo be call strike UTAG ka ho na kwansi ena banhia organized labor wonu leadership meeting ni kwa na wie ya omuso manya nko strike ni biem na president no etu anamon bi omo hwe animu se besesa niema ade a watena ho 8 years ya bane illegal mining and small scale mining nyina bomu for 2 years ya launche and I deploy a soldier for under different operations. Operation Vanguard, Operation Halt, operations ni bebre. Ni nyina timi ense galamse anokwai. Just when organized labor 2024 decided so mbeko strike. Amani saw the measures for Frobiagua Kwamunti. And organized labor after 8 years of deploying a soldier for and banning illegal mining and small scale mining in a twin channel. Some 2-3 months to the end of Nanado's rule and the governance. Organized labor enya ahotoso se measures fufurobia ba ebetu galamse asinti omotwe omo strike ne sensen e shigana fo bebre pa e ka ho bi kura de ho abufuo koto abeti MPP for and a Utah gasamba biem omo se galamse na agensem President Mahama mobekaya ode nensa ko share pact bi ase organized labor na de ba say presidential candidates ni nyina for Musambesha say omo kobeti omo to fighting illegal mining. President Mahama de nensa ko share asiebi. Now there are a number of commitments was our pact in him. You tag say omo hwemu fiti esoro besi for mo a President Mahama fulfill mu bia. Enti se animanim hei wentua na mombi a kire se wo kon galamse a you tag for nationwide eso mbeko a strike. But what has been the efforts of the government so far in dealing with Sagalamse? Now one kasa when you saw adwuma na aban na ye na na ene okase NDC aban mo ne ho moden wo galamse ho a omobabo nsem bi ne niam bi o maye de a kire wo asungusu bi Unimbi, River Gas, almost so ekahubi. The number of tax forces are 1 more year, Juma, 1 more Echichinko for. Indeed, a man way by ye, or much chinko for Libya. And so Galano, Enyayo. Emma Hanabisu crown so dressed to say Robocop. Etisi Mubi. Any zim. Onoso Kochibia, excavators Yachichibia. Eye na dada na ne eye nti eye wan se bibia nsesa ya na we are questioning the commitment of the Mahama administration to the fight against galamsey, and I'm calling on you, the citizen. Kame honi enye sa assessment. So far, how far? A good man wana. O make aben ni 7 months ni odeba abemu ana wodi atina bemu. And maka ben just in a vacuum. Obehwe ne maybe amede beto anim. Na me no mienu nyina ya access in share Facebook na yemfa assessment into ho. Ye nyina ye objective ne hwe ade amampani ba yi anamo a wotu ogalamse ho. Ne embusa se eso ani. Ade ne die na ye hwe. First of all, ensemo a party kan ye fa galamse ho. Anamuntu abanda da no etu ye fa galamse ho. Ene eho criticism se bae alternatives are NDC for the two dwa a wo mo de ankom susu se no betimi de akon galamse ebi emeti ase e wo party ni mu, and some ministers today emeti ase se President Kufuado the near brepa so betu galamse ase a within a matter of 1 week na watwe back also timi to ase onamo Sam George come here eno echi the call for a state of emergency. Sa call no organized labor no kure wo mu pa no organized labor na de sa call ne bae, but sa call no also caught up with the NDC ema omone organized labor ya adwene e ka say ampa President Mahama and President Kufuado ought to have declared a state of emergency, and when nyina were being called because na Kufuado abama ya still oye committed to the fight against galamsey. Then you are committed that this is the level of devastation they are, and you're not financing from na declare state of emergency. Abino anye sadie no, and abino fa ekwanya hodo nyina so ehwie nsuo gu saa ejana na edere within organized labor and the political front no so. And NDC wini overwhelmingly 2024 by ekoto ye, and nobody obiani hono mo Ghana ha obetimi aka che me say the discussion around galamsey influencing conform woman koto abentia MPP. It happened, and any party about power 7th month mu anyway. Utah gasan unity bim say President Mahama and declare state of emergency. Omubaye Minister Ama Kofi Bua Obaye odi oshobo ne wura mu ono ankasa bo apro kuchini Galamsey areas. Ne description of nyokohunu ye ene se ntokwa no in fact eya free ensa eya gye ensem eno ne the right expression ntokwa na eya gye ensem. At that time na we were told say about 9 forest reserves no-go areas even for security for Forest Commission for crowd and say Galamsey for ne two omo fi omo ankasa forest also mo ho ban. It's been a number of activities na ben ye. Esizi Galamsey, esizi excavators, achichin crofo. Enema bebre river gas ye deploy omo about 400 of them. E di omo sika deploy na no e yom video bi kire o. Ebusa say inti wenu mu na kwa kokon Galamsey ya na and then we'll revisit those videos as well. Na be the sansem nyina to anima busa se na so o hwe NDC nsem kan in opposition. Omo ba ban mu ne anamon a omo tu so far. Na o hwe Galamsey no anase ne insunsuanso e wo man no so no wo de toto nsani ani a obeka se aban no anamontuo no asowani encouraging se yenya hotoso na yenya ye ho abotre kakra omo betimi atu ase ana se ne omaye no empusu na ensesa hwe ema wo obekire wadwene bra Facebook live ne mfa sankomo nyina hwehwe so na me kai wo se ye de den ekobeba na yetiesi enkomonimu as we talk to a small scale miners ene awie na ye a political science lecture so din komo about Jumedia the New Patriotic Party AD over the weekend na boko issues no so issues a konkon ho ene at the accountability series the defense minister the honorable Omanebo Ama enso taking 10 ba be kire ensemo a ekoso efa Ghana yen defense ka defense juma ye de ahye asrafo nsa so mo bebo Ghana yen territories no hu nyina ban yen territories no ebi ni nsuo so epono so yen territory ehia ye ne amaman hodo atwa ye ho ahia ebo yen territory no so ewiem enso so eka ho bi enti we ha ye wo army a wo mo enam asase so ye wo navy fo mo nam nsuo so ane ye wo air force fo mo so nam wiem the defense minister ede amanebo ebaye efa said the asrafo adwuma no eko oman no ho banbo ne tesen na ene wa raise a number of issues as oman e wo se ye nyina so edi ani di akire nkanka ene yen sub region aman etwa ye ho ahia security nsamo ekoso ye nyina nim se Burkina Faso for a big issue with terrorism sa terrorism no what the potential say be spilling over na ehun proproye ene ehun sunsunso ni bia ka Ghana. We are one of the a few West African countries ayewopo na no as aggression bi fi etifi mantemo ba na esi pian kopudumu anisa enuti as oman wo se ehwe ne de ne megu akwamu na ye bo yen territories no ho ban se be ya nipa bonfo bi emfa oyene emba manimu that the issue of presidential jet enso pie mu pao ewo defense minister ne nkomodi e no ne Ghana fo nso di ye ho na yen presidential jet no Ghana fo no kuro mu ni se yare minister no krade wo se awe na achi pa a che se plane no enne ye kase beba won se asan freso ochina plane no entimi ma ne atu ahyeda the plane as we speak presidential jet ewo France be bosume be mi ensani die it's been grounded metimi aka plane fitafo ne ombe ye bia se plane no ebetimi atu na ba na we na akotwe nkomo bebre bi di aba mo beka ya presidential jet yi ho politics abakrom ha pen emanfo busa yese na ye presidential jet we he na mampani Akufo-Addo tete a luxurious rented aeroplane mu a nam wi ase afa na nyina. We were told by the then defense minister Dominic Nitu said a presidential jet in nya fit said the mampani and the entourage be too kwan na ye pay a president in a ban body a was see a dwene presidential jet in ho asemu biem obekire ni ntia president no na oriented private jets e de enamo na me ne wo ka say presidential jet no ni Ghana ye dia no access France, which means that our president now fly either a hired one and I say or fly commercial. We are not sure you fly or baffle for you who say no the Jata Cement private jet to quite a number of places. I think say his visit around the Sahel region in Nano and no the core. But the whole politics around presidential jet has come up again, and I seek to delve into that matter. Now, Yebusa, a question of principle. Say, has Akufo-Addo been vindicated in any way regarding the presidential jet in Wasemwana? Because his government maintained, he said, presidential jet, and you're fit to fly the president around. 7 months into office, the presidential jet is indeed grounded. I think, sir, President Mahama Baye was flying a couple of times, but one fly and check. And Mr. Ghana for start to can Jata Cement flight no one semona airplane no one semona odi two kan ba kumienumi and sembi edebe big shame. But then the defense minister is updating the nation, and in his update, presidential jet, yare pa chese itu enye into France isi ho omohwe na omo aye. But he also went ahead to indicate say in spite of say presidential jet as say and justify say the president to fly private jets and as rented aeroplane, or say it doesn't justify that. So if it doesn't justify that, na plane na say see what is he flying and what is the justification for flying the alternative? Question of principle. Cameroonian common EpaHoaDaben Jumedini. Now yentie the Minister of Defense on the issue of Galamsey.
Supporting the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Armed Forces have played significant supporting roles in the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. We are not out of the woods yet as a nation, but there is hope because there is a political will at the very top. We have reviewed the fight against illegal mining and have worked with stakeholders to reform the fight. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, is a product of that review exercise. The recovery of several forest reserves early this year, which our forest guards could not venture, was led by the Ghana Armed Forces. Additionally, the Navy supported land forces in Operation Hall 2 to combat illegal mining along River Ankobra in the western and western north regions. The Navy's riverine operations along the Volta River, like Operation Oasis in Bui, also assisted in reducing the effects of illegal mining on the Black Volta. To strengthen security along Ghana's inland waters and riverine areas, government launched the Blue Water Guard training program in 2025, this year. The Blue Water Guard initiative aims to establish 24-hour monitoring of Ghana's water bodies. It is a strategic intervention to tackle illegal mining activities, protect the environment, and restore Ghana's polluted water resources. The first batch of 453 personnel were trained by the Ghana Navy at the Forward Operating Base at Ezinlimbo. A second batch, made up of 532 personnel, commenced training last month and are scheduled to graduate this week. The training of the guards reflect Ghana Navy's commitment to operationalizing government's initiative of ensuring that all mining activities in Ghana leave a positive green footprint and not pollute water bodies.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
98.9 FM EpaHoaDaben jumedie enie na asemo ewe mame mfa nkranhye nsemo no embre wakwan mu bedi kan de nsemo a yebedi ho nkomo ato wanim ewe nkranhye nsemo a mede bɛn efa failure failure se wodi bribia si wani so se wo bɛyɛ na wantimi anye wode wo ho akodom bribi mu na ohwe animu se ene pa bi be firi mu aba na nsoso ankoba ne saa enipa empempi no enema bebre ne disi ani so na no meka se onipa wa asase so a wonni ani so ade hunu no wo mobɔ wo chen ne wawuo kura wani da so se da bi ese enipa wawo nyina be sɔre na wo ye otiasefo na biribia nsi wani so a wasem omobɔ ebi ase ne je wonya bi da enu nti se wonni vision bi a wode nam asase so akono kope bi o vision no could also be your purpose wonni purpose bi a abrabo yi mu akope bi na wo purpose nti eniema mienu bi eka ho a saa eniema mienu no uyi free mu a enye ye ade bi esi wani so bia eniema mienu bi bata ho eniema mienu no ene failure ene success vision bia obenya bia eye two possible outcomes se obe fail in achieving sa purpose no anase obe succeed in achieving sa vision no na eye nipa bebre ntan succeed ewo wono vision ni omo purpose a omo ne nam abrabo emu.
Happy FM 98.9.
Eya empempi no dodo no experiences na no eye failure ebi ana vision no so ebi ana the time o pese wo tu sa na mo no na ne mfi susua ebi ana onye ready ebi ana okoto challenge bi along the way ana ebum kan fa no so enti wantimi achieve eye niam bebre ene to yen wabrabo mu a emra ye pemsi yensa beka ne esi yani so na ne wo mu nie se onyame ye wadom na o succeed a na wada na se but in success there are lessons ena ne ode be san hye utimu so ne se in failure so no there are lessons. So two possible outcomes here. If be free mu aba emra opem se won sabe kan ye wo pe wa brabo mu no. Se nyame ye wadom na succeed a eya ema wo remfi se suahunu bi ewo mu se nti a wo succeed ye eye ebeye suahunu ma wo na ekoba nso so se o failure eya na impempi no ye fail in our quest to do something, achieve something eya na ya adwiri nyina ne se it is all negative eya na impempi no ye nsusu nyina ne se failure is all negative bibi papa bia ni nkugodi mu bibi papa bia ni failure mu bibi papa bia ni disappointment mu bibi papa bia ni betrayal mu eya da bia we see the dark side of the bad things are etoyen but we mamen kan se minchiro there are so many blessings in failure. There are so many blessings in failure. In shira kese ba ko a ewo se nkugwodie mu ene suahunu yɛde ɔyaw a ɛfiri yɛn failures mu ɛkata suahunu a ɛfiri mu baayɛ ne ɛnepa a ɛfiri mu baayɛ hyɛ ahye wɔ sɛ wɔntumi ampa ase saa kɔɔso no yɛayɛ wɔ ya sɛ ɔkɔɔ saa job interview ne yɛmfa mma wo hyɛ ahye wo sɛ wo business a wostarteyɛ wo capital nyinaa hye in a matter of 1 year saa ɔyaw no ɛyɛ a ɛtae kata nhyira na ɛwɔ failure no so enti mpempii no instead sɛ yɛbɛtena se na yɛasese ɛdeɛ na ɛbaeɛ a mensa ntumi anka deɛ ɛdeɛ na ɛbaeɛ a capital yi hyeeɛ ɛdeɛ na ɛbaeɛ a course yi mentumi ampaase ɛdeɛ na ɛsiyɛ instead sɛ yɛbɛbusa yɛn ho saa no ne yɛde awerɛhoɔ yɛde ɔyaw yɛde ɔtan akata saa nneɛma no so na yɛde ɛho abufuo aprɛsi ɛbɛsan akɔyɛ ne biem ne yɛsan akɔti ne yɛsan sɔre ne yɛsan akɔyɛ biem ne yɛsan akɔti ɛbɛdu baabi no ne yɛ declare ho sɛ we are failures at that na yɛnya di ebetimi ayɛ bibia awie stop rolling over your failures na sane mu na busa ho sɛ let me take a second ade na no me yɛ amfa ɛnɛ nso makwaya amfa instead sɛ wo bɛbɔ banana wo bɛsu na bɛble mu nkrɔfoɔ for your failures no tena se na busa sɛ ɛdeɛ na metimi asua free saa deɛ yi mu ebi ana wo timing nye ebi ana wo timing nye ebi ana wo ankasa wusu ni wo ban bi enti capital no wo saka esika no instead so de be share business ni mu no eja social media enti okoto ka wadwe ni se wo de kakra bi hyemu a o nkakra sika ne beba ena sika ya hye ka yi nsusu enye ka wo de ye adwuma di sika bi brew ebi ana nimdie bi na wonni ɛfa saa deɛ na wokɔ akɔyɛ no ho nti awie tena sibiem jaisu no men kase wa give it up course ne me nye biem because ma try twice ma fail there be you have come too far to give up don't give up yet nemomu no pick up the lessons in this failure and learn how not to fail again. Inshira ewo sanku godi ni mu. Ebi so ananya wo dia. Ebi ano wo nyame kire wo se ade wei enya wo dia dwene bibi foforo ho. Ene wiei. Hye hu kran. Ne hunu wo ho se nkugodie bi a wadie bia nkire se wo nsem fata. Ne momu no wona wadia pa nhyire wo sankugodie ni mu. Na se no betena se na wasan sese wo trace back your steps na wahwe nienti akoba ne saa ochina bi you will smile buso mo ma succeed nyina anya one time o mo de o nsa so mu na gye so ebi mu boso kaskala ebi mu de tare wo emane why several times and then they have succeeded. It is a ne wakɔ ba ko no failure memo abamumbu pick up the pieces de mum kai de nipa na wa succeed no enye ne experiences nyina ene wo se ne wo de ye pɛ obia ne circumstance but you can guide yourself ubetimi e de obi ni mistakes obi ni success story aye a guide for yourself but never expect send your to say nipa no ebia pepepe ne beto da. Your circumstance will be different, but be inspired by the successes and failures of others. We any nkranhye semwa ewie mede abrewo ye beda ne ho me koba na yesi ni pikakra na ya kire adwene won sembi ho ne de den na ekọ enso aba wakwa mu EpaHoaDaben dwumedie ne check with your time. It's just 3 o'clock. Me basisi ane aba beto aso.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at a dental barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
Looking to study abroad? We have top quality placements in Spain, Malta, the Netherlands, and in Italy. Here's how it works. Pay a €350 registration fee only after you receive admission. Tuition fees only after your visa is approved. Our service fee, pay us only after your visa is issued. We make it easy, transparent, and secure. Call us today on 054-319-0616. That's 054-319-0616. Your journey starts now.
Everywhere you go, big go for the friends and the family. Big go, big refreshing moment. Big go for the kids and the adults. Big go, boys and girls with a drink up. Big go, everywhere the party day. Big go, we go mash up the place with the big go. Greatest in every battle. Big go, big go, big go, big go, big go, big go, big go. Big refreshing moments.
Big old drink. Big refreshing moment. Another quality product from Trillium Industries. This advert is FDA approved.
Etoda, wo kontimi do champagne pa, nanso wusike kura wo no. Na ye juice ene betumi ato. So pese wo kura mre kura sika. Na udwumadi a wudie, wonum a wonim dwumadi no. Etimi dima wo e wo bra bode emfidie a esefata edi dwuma ne dia. Ene ha ho kura. Isanze E-Productions. Ya be sort you out. Freyen. So open studio and production equipment rental. Emfidie a ye di twa sene ahodo nyina no. Ye betimi di bia fam. Corporate and social videography. Se wudi dwumabie a wo pese otwe egun homa so. Freyen. TV commercials, se wo ton wo niema na pese amanfo ehunu e wa kasamfoni so. Freyen. Documentaries, freyen. Photography, any live streaming, se wo twamfoni kama pa. Anaze wo di dwumabie na pese brekro no mu a obi biara etimi hunu. Freyen. Why nyum na pese oye nyum no ho akasamfoni a freyen. Jingles, IVR, any voiceover production, freyen. Short and long film, freyen. Yetetefon humanie 0242-755-323 ana 0302-254-858 ana se hwie kira kwan yewo Asylum Down ye ben Happy 98.9 FM. E-Productions, capture the moment. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe. EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Baby, when you say first na ye binumu ye shut down pe politics. Ye say politics for no money or money into munye. But na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ye ni agi say ye bebo ama o man na koso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa ye lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia koda. Nyamishra.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Welcome back. EpaHoaDaben dwumadi ni afi no adwene amamemo akwaba amemo aha awie obeka me ho so na yama omampani John Dramani Mahama yamama na ha na waka me ho na sede da ye no no yakotodwani mu a da bia ye mpa ebomu ne yenka mampani enye nne na mefi asese me ka sasemi wadi machi acha kakra obohunu ne se ayade a akonya bia menya bia no me Ejion Ghanaians say mumpe a slot ewo mu prayer list so na mo fa president ne na pamfo nhye so we ya MPP ni aye bi we ya NDC ni aye on don party ni bia so aye esane say otwe mu tan o sire wusu decision a obeye no ebe kan wa mu man ni ye a ebe kan ebe kame amamwo na nkoyi a menu bi onu yebesu onu onsu onu we are 4 years core retirement.
Happy FM 98.9.
We need the country to progress. Nti ye gidie for de ye na yete ase se oman a yetimu no e wo se ne yiedie eye ye dadwene enu nti tworo ne ehye yen se ukọ oman bi mu a bompa ye ema oman na sumdwe ni ne yiyo. Na in the peace and prosperity of that nation, one so will prosper. Timampeni awie ya bom paye sere obo ade nyankropon paye we mabobia banana do a ya bom paye sere obo ade nyankropon oma wadwene mutie no mbo ho ban akukuduro a yede edi oman te se Ghana anim wo fa bi mawo ne ehuhia man no benya ho akukuduro na de aye wokɔ ne wo ba anya somdwe enye banbo ne opa wo sɛ ye de entemfa no so ne wode ne na tim fom sɛ enka
Happy FM
wo plans ene wo vision mo ma yimba mu no emmo no ankasa ne tiri so ye pese o man ne yeye titimamuni a wo mpa o man ne yeye de e bo mpa ye sɛ nyame beyi na firi yakwan mu ewi mampani mpa ye nyina ye bo wi a ni aka amen yati yani a yani hunu ne yatim ne aka ne de yewo paye ne de yebesere nyame but yati yani a adwuma aka ni nyina no eda wo sere so obetimi nti na do ho ba yese o man nto so aba ena yakukuru o man ne de ahye wonsa pedin se wa wodim Ghana yempanifo kasemo si yedi jawa ne de asoa wo yedi asoa wo nsu de yebeba opona no ababom da bia na NDC fo nso nwom ho abotre isane se ye de oman no na ahye monsa nti se omanfo kire man dwene wa mambu no ho a ense se eye strange mamo because mo so nanu ya na mo kire man dwene wo amambu no ho se ne amanfo mo criticize mampani dada no ene nso tubi na ba mo nsam nti spotlight na da mo so ye be criticize mu bi abotre no wo se mu nya wo mo Ghana fo ho na mote ase se enye mo property bi ne de amamo na mu oman no ene de ahye mo nsa oman ne ye nyina ye equal stakeholders obi a shares nso nchen obi a enti ye be kire yadwene e wa mambuo no ho na mampani wo de you have the track record say wo media fo ho abotre ye be he se ne asere se be koso saa na mamindi kan encommend President Mahama on enema bi a esisie enema bi nso a waka. First of all, ampani sa accountability series misusu seye enya de foforo no kure wum ba konso no abanda da no ene je kufo mo ne President Mills mu nyina this week na President Mills yebe kai no ho o say ene
Happy FM 98.9
mente he bra be me na yebebe no so the producer baby otino kasa nti enti ayi accountability series me bo abaso se oto so enya de foforo enya novelty din na sesa but it is part of your democratic practice eboa kwani asan bebre so enti for you to come and continue with meet the press concept na abanda da ne mre so ministers take turns, Ministry of Information ko kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm mu ɔmanfo nso bu sɛ ɔmo nsɛm no ɛyɛ me de sɛ untwenja na nso wotoa so wofrɛ wo de no accountability series ni nyinaa yɛ na ɛboa ma amammuo ɛho akontabuo ɛkɔ animu sɛ yɛte hɛ nneɛma bebree kɔ so sectors bebree a yɛnnim ebi nso ɔwɔ a yɛhunu bi a yɛdwene ho a yɛnte aseɛ ti no esisi sɛ ya ɛboa ma yɛnsɛm kyerɛfoɔ a yɛbɛba bie no yɛnso nyanya kwan ebusa nsɛm ɔmanfoɔ no emu sane ma wɔn ma wɔn te nsɛm na sɛ sɛ so far interior minister kɔ health minister kɔ ɛne defense minister nso akɔ bi na ɛyɛ pa to monto aso saa na yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ minister bi anso a o time obɛso sɛ kɔyɛ accountability series no wobɛkɔ prepared na wakɔ akɔma a good account of dwumadie ne nneɛma ɛkɔ so wɔ sector hɔ nti mo a aka ebedu mu so no mo hwɛ o mo madi kan no na mo nkɔyɛ ne saa na mo kyerɛkyerɛ nsɛm mu na nneɛma mu ɛna hɔ fine ɛno akyi pampani wakɔ Eastern region wo thank you to wo de akodu hɔ na wo de nkɔmɔ bi apie wɔ hɔ a saa nkɔmɔ na ɛme de kakra na mate sɛ president sɛ ɔma auditor general ɛhyɛ audit bi ase na auditor ɔma auditor general hyɛ aseɛ no ɛyɛ about road contracts ahodoɔ a ban dada ne de maayɛ na mampanin sɛ audit report no ayɛ ready ne nsa kan bi yɛsɛn so brief no na ne ɛwɔ mu nie contractors bebree wɔ hɔ a no kure nie aban de ɔmo ka a wɔn ɛka aban de wɔ mo no akyinye biara ni ho mampanin so ɔbɛhwɛ na saa contractors ni nyinaa no yɛtua wɔ mo ka mampanin yɛ ne saa na nyɛ ntɛm contractors ni bebree ɔmo adwumayɛfo agya ɔmo hɔ kɔ ɔmo adwumayɛfo agya ɔmo hɔ kɔ ɛnyɛ so ɔmo agya ɔmo hɔ kɔ kɛkɛmpo ebi di duabɔ na egya akyire so ayɛ adwuma kɔgyina wia so wala tu wala sa wɔsoa cement wɔsoa mortar wɔyɛ steel bender wɔyɛ carpentry kyɛ sɛ wɔayɛ adwuma na so contractor ntua ne ka contractor nso ntua ne ka because aban nso ntua ne ka affect families ne lives bebree timampani sɛ wasi nkete sɛ wobɛtua saa contractors na genuinely aban de ɔmo ka na ɛyɛ paa na mumu ɛnyɛ ntɛm they have waited for far too long ebi ewu mpo ebi ewu agya ɛka hɔ a yɛtwe wɔn no yere ne ɔmo mma me no ka sɛ minim contractor bi a ne worker ewu ama ne yere da bia dada osi contractor efie ɔgye ne kunu benefits ahomete asɛm enti yɛbɛsrɛ contractors in bebree lose some property because bosi omo kɔbɔ free bank no bank na ba bɛgye ɛho collateral ebi abɔ fam na yɛyɛ ne sɛ sika wobɛtua no kra no ne value ɛkɔ fam badagya wani bɔ na ɛtɛsi so ɔmo bɛfa ne saa tibampani so bɛtua a yɛda no ase hwɛ na yɛntua na wo ka baako bi so ka ho a mampani wabɔ asɛm so His Excellency the President has revealed say some of these road contractors were double paid by the finance minister or the finance ministry. Or see road contracts bi wɔ hɔ a road fund etua contractors ne kadida. And so obewuru no bekomu no na that same contract na road fund etua ho kawia contractor na gye ne sika no sa adwuma no ho krata kopie Ministry of Finance the same contractor the same project ya say etua ne kabiem the same amount enye se sika no da account no mu sika no kɔ ama contractor yi a je say etua no double payment a criminal etia Ghana mra etia Ghana mra wo ya aban adwuma na wo ya adwuma ma two agencies mpo a wontimi nje double salary etia oman ne mra na mampani se sa contractors ni nyina wo mo gi double payment no oba betwe wo mo aso. The president mestre say you go beyond sa contractors no because contractors yo mo mfatu ankwankosi o mo etu a wo mo ka no kon ho se chenchina chen se etu ameka. There are civil servants involved in the process. There are chief directors approve sa payment request. There are finance officers one more share documents mu recommend the payment. And there are political actors one more signature and a share mu kenam yetu SS Canada ma wom. So also be punish here. Mesre say enkoye contractors na oma benefiting from sa double payment inko. Nemom the civil servants within the chain and the political actors na womu a womo ehema yetua sa contractors yi double. The same punishment ade be ma sa contractors here omaji double payment no. We expect that the same punishment will be meted out to one more etua ye. And that reminds me, Mokai MPCBA, Nanado time ya ka so makwaje double salary. Mokai. Sa sebuno so sa konkon ho sa obi a refu. Mr. President, say if we have found say contractors CBJ double payment for adwuma wo mo aye ayetua wo mo card dade a ene na mesre mo na mo ka mo brofo. Say crime has no expiry date. Some members of parliament were accused of being paid double salaries over a certain period of time. They were ministers and they were MPs. And they were taking salaries as ministers and at the same time taking salaries as MPs. One of the issues are Ghana for bebre war against President Akufo-Addo Ebini. O share boso be kunketa se share. And they be me catch said the political class no they rob each other's back oh. And the mumbu says asem no e ko wie he. Because big names were involved. And because big names were involved, asewoni besi ne anko ba bia. Mampani, you are resetting this nation. You have done it before. Sa MPC omoje double salary, most of them NDC for. Enya wodin, you have done it before. Oye mampani abuga pelo prosecute no. And now me no ka say what I say. On a Philip Passibit. And ne. Wawon Crawford, national organizer, or third national vice chairman, we see you interrogate you over Galamsey. Inti anya wodin. So one kasa won Crawford, obetwe wo maso, anade mo be famra kwan so. Timampani, as we prepare to punish contractors agi double payment, yem punish civil servants involved, political actors involved, and so nka ho. Na yen twum nko onomo a MPs a omoje double salary some time ago enfa nka ho bi na yen set the standard of reset a ye ka ho asem no enti manije semampani wo se sa contractors wo ba betu wo so sa na wahwe na double payment no ye be giska no na fin so emra wo mato no court eni o madi no mampani boko is burning no. Boko asemo the president ye na ama mejinsem fa ajinsem awie but no kuro wo mo ni se wa party NDC fo a wo mo ewo the 5 constituencies within the Boko enclave. Esi omo was some key expectations bi free wo. Last 2 weeks, only a press conference. After near say soldier for no koye or bokono, they have threatened. They say one show leadership in dealing with Bokon Semuna and block as constituency executives. They will resign. And Mampedin clearly, the people of Boko will mujidie pa se obetimia deal with that problem once and for all. And omujidie no mu no enye me na metena ha bo mitirimu account. It was evidently clear in the last election I call. And you have been there. Oh, your campaign, one kasa, you went there. You said something which was very profound and very bold. And Mr. Susa politician bia wo nim no kura bia wo begina no kura nanim no aka no. Yamo na baso, okoy o say, ono de ohene ba kope no nim, ohene ba kope no recognize. And that is a Zurang. A shenkrofoni kunain say 98.9. What can we dia near? Ya de 2 minima wa obehema no kura na da ba bia wo say da. I'm not discussing who is the right heir to the skin, but I am discussing the political responsibility on your shoulders to deal with Boko and the expectations of the good people of Boko and the good people of Ghana, of you to deal with the issue of Boko, Mr. President. Within this, your 4 years, Mayenhu a significant change in Boko, because my starting who spill over Sibia enye nika na enye fe baby a Boko spill over na ya kono mampani yemfi na nsi from, because you see an LTA defense minister, we are not in a good place, especially regarding our territorial security. Terrorism, boboba. And terrorism festers very well where there is instability there. Because there is appetite and ready market for weapon trade. In Tokwa honunkuan de, omo mukun tokwano. Womu shia omudi ntokwa hu dwa we petuo we pejan we pe inti it is in fact it's a point of attraction for insurgents womo ye omo niema wo Burkina Faso. Inti it is in our interest say ye behwe ma peace ababoko animanim ya and mampedin. Nobody can tell me, say, 98.9. The solution to Boko is only a traditional solution. We need a political solution as well. In Tebestre say, all the political actors, and you know all of them, they know each other. Political actors now, when we are beneficiaries of Ntokwane Okosu Bokono, ebiwa bemu ne bisu opposition, no mampani, you need to call all those people and tell them to put a stop. Any asemana shasiye ye won krofo a wo mu hye ade na chi a se emu badwo a emwo wo mu nti omu san hye mabunu kutupa starting tokwa no foforo emma wo mu weapons hye wo mu kutupa emma wo san stoku ntokwa no fire ni biem, and they are political actors. So your excellency, yemfa no kura eni anim ye no kura di animu a will find lasting peace for Boko. No crane ni say. No crane ni say. Emrashe bedwafo a wo mo wo ho. Wo mu nyumadi a wo mu die underground. Political opponents are wo mu susu because of instability. Wo mu benefit. Wono mu a wo mo hyem krofo bo. Say mo gina ntokwani mu ni e ba power ye be yesi ama wo. Omo medi kan hyem krofo bo. Say wo mu gina ntokwani mu a omo ba power. Omo ba boa. These are all the people omo fuele sam tokwai. And they all belong to factions. And Mampani, we know them, you know them. See a penokrani a pe, asumdwe wo bokwa. Young white kroneni. At a high-level national security meeting, invite all of these political actors. No and put them on the radar. Because when you are Boko would also be one of your downsides after 4 years. Almost every polling station, in fact, MPP nya 0. There is a certain trust. As our trust now will walk from the ordinary people, no, or was so riding on the back of that trust and carry them along and fix the problem. Now, some of you say so lose trust in you as a political leader to solve this problem. Send the NDC executives way AK. Or if you say lose trust in you, no one to me nya yahotoso omampanimu biemua. Then it means that they feel helpless. They will have to defend themselves. That means that asebono ebeginsem. Your Excellency, Yabesrao, Bokwa Semono, let's deal with it with all seriousness. Why Asemia Koso Zuarungu SHS. Moma phone obi awia akodane frafra eni kusasi phone tokwa. With mampusis on the side. And then your closest school need down. Boko students are near do a back to Boko. They had to call and wait for serious military escort. Because almost say you do a mukwe and we are not found by a kwa attack home. Within the school. Anka a simple matter. Junior and senior and any sem over mobile phone. Nanka kusasi mampusi frafradie eye den the be part of the narrative and description of Niaden Tokwane bae. The spillover and the potential assessment to be spill over be cost other places, you know. Mampani a high. Yenwe me fear nesi form. Na yensia no kwan ansa na jensem. Me free hono. Mampani Matia sent me meeting last week. I think it's last week, and Interior Minister had the opportunity to address the nation. Our accountability series, yes. Mampani, or the announcement to be by. Announcement not the by, no. My didn't want to you. And then be able to say, a buying no vision, and I say, minister no initiative. Nano at the accountability series. Honorable Muntaka Mubarak, Emma Ghana 40 say, the Ministry of the Interior, Odano, collaborating with the Gaming Commission. Na omwa kwako si a rehabilitation center ewo Kumase for 98.9 amount for omoye addicted to betting. Yeah, what is that no? EpaHoaDaben. I don't know. Mampani we no aya ban no decision bi a wadwene ho ana say Interior Minister nani initiative bi na wo beye. Don't forget, Interior Minister Yaba Bontin Payaba Kase. A friend is saying, China for Yabecho Mogalam say, or no, they'll be repatriation because the justice system no jini. They will compromise the police, they will pay bribes to the prosecutors, they will pay bribes to judges, and eventually they will go free. And also, Bebusa, a ban policy and Minister has had another announcement about. Say the Interior Ministry together with the Gaming Commission. Happy FM 98.9. Eba besi rehab centers. or rehab center ewo Kumasi na ye de treaty one mo a omo ye addicted to betting. I mean you. Na betting no ni enim say e ha adwen. Chacha no na yenim say chacha no ewo insunsuanso won krofo so. Ebia we minister na initiative ebia na minister na ono initiative bi no peso ye dia. But we initiative we so with the gaming commission Ghana for sika. Well, Penny, how does that work? Say, ye 10% tax are a what betting so.
Happy FM.
Ama yesan ko yisika foforo kwa kwesi rehab center. For one more we are addicted to betting. Na mampani na chese betting no ye encourage ye so anase ye pese ye bra no anase etiso. I want to understand the rationale behind this announcement. I really want to understand this. Enye obi otan obi asem munyin film we enye ndisi ne mpipi asem ndisi ne atimi e wo be wo bate ye normal yen kasem na da ho no men kan minim se wo kan sesi na aban ba yen che no aban ba yen che ba ban take decisions, and as a man for we have interest nti jai aban ba yen che na asem na wo kan no. I love John Mahama more than you. We want him to succeed. And nti ne ye we ebi anadwene ma ho ebi a minister na akwaya ne announcement. But how does a government remove 10% tax on betting
98.9
and goes round to say we will see rehab centers for betting addicts? It's a bit contradictory. Anamebwa. It's a bit contradictory. Because I remember public smoking of cigarettes, a social menace. The Rawlings administration, together with the Kufuor administration, over time, it take key steps unattractive for people to smoke cigarettes in public. Heavy taxes were slapped on tobacco products, any tobacco and kasa. There are strict regulations regarding the export and whatever of tobacco. Smuggling of tobacco na a big problem. But over time, through various government policies, any obi kwajo to public kra na ni tibu obu ni fo. And yesterday I was reading a reporter. Actually said we have reduced public smoking of cigarettes to an appreciable level. Even smoking in itself. Yatimia teso, because we had government policies to deal with that lifestyle. Taxes are hodwo intino and ya banning smoking in public near there will be a diso o call normal sport to crana kobojo to no bitimi dane nani odebe he okra na be pie near there. So yehunu say enye no, we took steps. Yeah, serious public education against smoking. Hospital clinic bi abeko bia bo see the same picture ya boho bo se boho na obi a cancer ye no a wanom jotwa picture hu TV, radio, so yeah, both smoking who they wrote near the idea. We spent time and money to discourage ASR Sumaino. And they instead of anka, and a lot of people said this, economists be kind, now 10% bet every week. For be kind say sadie we nko ade. We tax ni free so abeje nsem. Mekai your campaign kan we be 10% bet na fio nko for chiro madwene wo ho but why na why no na chese ade no because mo ka say mabunu ni adwuma ye Into omo bet kakra omo betwa omo so benya kakra tafre wo ho so wakwa tax na 10%. Ye ba ye be ye free ho. Which means that it is your policy to encourage betting. One way or the other, that it's your policy to encourage betting as a way how they take unemployment and also. So how then does the Interior Minister come to announce say Gaming Commission for be used to come here see a rehab center or Kumasi to treat on more addicted to betting? Say addiction abemuna making negative impact there. Then let's look at measures that come to discourage people from betting. And one of it is to hike the taxes on betting. Yes, so person discouraging lifestyle be you tax the lifestyle. In some countries, alcohol boarding
becomes cumbersome too.
And who regulations and when I was growing up, Chacha was Adiebia, Obia and Peso Bay associated with it. Me up to now, the reason I mean spa, cats, minim to minimu was because to spa ratchet so what Chacha. That time on spa be no ababa scan so. Now, police if what you want Chacha me the examples my so ko Chacha near no. As a Ghanaian and within the Ghanaian society, Chacha enye adia so. And unemployment until we are finding excuse for so many things and we are allowing a lot of things to happen. These boys are getting addicted to betting. They don't even want to work. My penny say ya baba be hunu say betting no hard dwene e mabunu no se wo mo a ene man penny we don't need a rehab center. We don't need a rehab center. We need pragmatic policies and directly a bet target the lifestyle, a bet discourage you from betting. And you can begin by going back to your 10% tax on betting. We didn't Bismark Brown.
Baby, when you say first now you been shut down politics. You see politics for no money or money and money. But na mumu ebinumu so nti enyina ni agi say ebebo ama o man na akoso na ebo 1 o'clock pe na wa lawyer ama o man na lawyer for enyina pon akofia akoda nyamishra
EpaHoaDaben nti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe
den na eko eden na eko
EpaHoaDaben
den na eko eden na eko
EpaHoaDaben nti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe
Everyone so what say den na eko adache say ye de wo eko ensemo a trendy on social media regarding governance, politics and international relations in some way koso amansen bia so nyina. And Joel is not here, but the only smallish one amongst us, replacing Jemima.
Bibi.
Jemima.
Bibi.
Jemima.
Bibi Brown.
And now Saturday no. Utina oboy no was a dada bapa o.
Eti dey review. Oh me dey advance pa.
Makasa fit Saturday. Dada ba futina ye no. Hey, Jemima.
Bibi Brown.
Nice one. Now say then eko.
Bibi. Nema pi na eko so.
Hey sir. Nema pi. Bomi mu e.
Ne di kan no ye hwe yellow abrine the tampon.
Okay.
Ye nyina ye nim say what declaring the intent of being a president.
Name flag bearer.
Yes. Me nim say aya ombo mpa de da o say me nim or the copia sorry the mama say there in paibo ne moyedin.
Or the presidential mission na copia so there.
Then that
oh I see. I will preach and where the or your campaign was sorry.
Goodness so e bompa ya mano enya gro kra.
Enu ni.
Enu ni.
Ana obutu ho so.
Mpato ai.
Na empaibo yi so de politicians de oboa
se nyame so wo mebe ye
bebre so ye de se gwom so ma hu anu
amfa ebia we de befa
ohu
ebia
I see eni emu tong se call ye de
me se enye izi kra enya
ni ma so call ye
Presbyterian Church of Ghana
aso awa beti fi me boa ono ane kukum
that is a product of the church.
Okay ene se no anu no se na sofo de omunsagu no so no muhira no a but you see a lot more of that. I mean 2024 campaign you know presidential candidates are omoko abusumfie omoko
abusumfie pa
na ntikrum ha opiefi abusumfie na okwa sorry dem ofi asori dem na okwa ha je say bia obefa bia obenya favor no so ofa nti no every politician would definitely need prayers. It is Dr. Brian Champon akone abo bia mana eno anu no na say be ye bedane vote no so asem foforo
ni nyina onya menzem
then eko
me bacho ye to asusu dia ene na Hajia Safia Mohammed Deputy National Women's Organizer for the NPP.
Okay.
O kan
I am comfortable ni di on Facebook pa o mo de messages ba no
o kan sem nsem ni bi o kan ene say Saturday no o delegate conference no o si NDC fo no
yeah
omo policies ni bebre na ye slogan
sir
o si omo say a confirming kitin e ba ye be da ni slogan ye hu hwe omo party no omo say a omo yo omo si free SHS omo de aba hu kika hu bebre etina mi nim say NDC fo no omo party no eya omo policies no omo de ba na slogan
na wo nim
mi nim enye
na sa de tie de
enye ono no
kan wo nim na no President Mahama launch 24-hour plus economy no o kan slogan ho asem o kan say now we are moving from sloganeerism to strategy.
Ene na ojina Mahama nsem no so na ode kasa.
E kasa omumu na omo use slogans. I see. Ghana for be decide.
Ehun video hot
Infanto so ne ensem na work no. Okay, onu ni. Ona no kasa slogan NDC for the edibu o mine already you know say in the 2024 elections campaign NDC football MPP subo say almost sloganeerism no mudi winning power 1D 1F 1 village 1 dam 1 this 1 that and some say we hechire no na bribi eni ho no mo say di dance here ene say we mu so akọ opposition a ene almost use the same
enu bia na mu wi won ti say nipa ne ye de na akọ court prosecution bi eni ho try eni bi no mu ye yi yemfa wo court trial bi ane we no anu say twom na wo twom nti say a clearing agent ane ya be shia clearing agent Pro Max e wo NDC aban mu obo ana wo ye clear eni bi ana mu wi won ti say nipa ne ye de na akọ court prosecution bi eni ho trial bi eni ho enu ane say ya clear wo Pro Max no ko we si ya clear wo MPP na de wo ko yen si ya clear ne ye ko na MPP fua ne ye titi omu say ne be yon be divert Ghana for attention teachers omu ko education minister omu ko bu omu ye.
We'll bring you the right tape later. Well, Edem na eko.
We so na o kire mu say MP NDC for no.
Yeah.
Omu kata ne ma so omu ye clearing agent Pro Max.
Okay.
E kire me say omu no omu ho ba asem na ye de omu go gina asem di bia. No more faculty coins, no more man for ne ko. They don't face the full wrath of the law. Na emum omu MPP for ne de omu nte sa.
Na omu move ahi no mu chi omu tum.
Me patro say
omu nye o say MPP for nye clearing agent.
Me patro.
And this is for mum na
clearing agent mu Pro Max
98.9.
Enu na ye tape na ye boys is ya.
Okay, yenko enimu
me patro ye ko ye nim so dia ene na abayiwa bi a wayire no ho minim se sada na no pese odi yi o inubone wakɔpɛ baby bump fake baby bump ɔba pa no wasesa nuboni ahyem na ɔde bia bobɔ ne sere ni shoe crash no wa pine chain di nuboni ahyɛ hɔ
ɛni ni
yɛrɛ da so
bra Facebook na bɛhwɛ na no de kɔ
ni tiri ni na ɔde nuboni ahyehyem
Anybody been cocaine and the heroin and the
cocaine ni na se for different cancel.
Hey, so can the about belt is
me ba try.
Hey. Ne sira hu nyina.
Me say say kasada no onyane tidididi mu an kasada no onye adwuma bi emi.
Eh, am na run draws nyina o. Oh.
Sika obenyan ka onye adwuma.
Eh, draws no so de bi ahyem o.
Me say.
We the appeals.
Ni life nyina ka onye adwuma bi o.
Na suppose we dey bi ehye bi pra no. Entwitwa no.
Oye very secured.
Sa fake yeto ya girls hihye nyina.
Eto ni nyina bi hihye.
Odi nuboni ahyem.
Me si bibi nya abotre ni shoe kra o pai nchen a. Eduro hihye oni 3 mi mu nyina na ye.
Ti na wabo na nkasa mu no kra no odi nuboni ni bi ahye.
Me ba cho hai.
Ne mo monye Ghana ni. Onye Ghana ni. Ne ribbons ne kra nso.
Ni shoe no na ye be yi no shoe lace ne kra bi hihye.
We dey courier mu Pro Max. No, but in fact, courier we me hu bi da.
Anu ode yo.
Courier we me hu na dwuma.
Me kra me oba na nso mesuro ma. Me oba na nso mesuro ma. Ni oba be mi aye no.
Finity kosi ni na se be bia e beti sho.
We otimi de koyanka we di yo. De in otimi achieve ni purpose anka. We di ya nesa. We ni life ni na nka onye adwuma biem. Sanya ma we be physical pudu ama no.
Canvas no we twem finfin no odi nwo na hye ho.
Of course, she means business.
Socks no kure be nti
baby bump no na.
Oye no so wonyem.
Ti hu na eyes open for ne hu be ye omobo. O kra de o be pro ho ama ne kwan se won be tena se ana bibi.
Na se hesika na boni mu no.
Oh yes, she means business bibi. She means business. Me kra me yo ba ne kra me suro ma. Mesuro ma o
akwa de ehunu
ne sre hu nyina he
sempeni ya hade o hepa o hade ase o hepa ase hade interest na kosoro ebi wa kukuduro
pa bibi mesi me am yo ba na kra mesuro ma
ebi wa kukuduro
if you don't fear women you won't live long
ebi ane so oba na esechi ni Jemima, fame kwe.
Bibi yedi ono etwaso dia na Alhaji Osman Masau, third vice chair for the NPP.
Yes.
Na sema okaye woni ni interview Saturday no. O say Dr. Nyawo Tamaklo.
Oso onye
MPP ni biem.
O say take it from me.
Onye MPP ni biem.
Yes, I know okaye
omo yi na free party ni mu ana ada onye MPP ni bi mu ana
megbusa ne se omo atwero no krata so omo yi na na se den because ono mente so ono aka se oyi no ho free MPP ni mu o say I should take it from him onye MPP ni ABM I was seeking sanka obe comment on adwenkyere bi a wo kyere ye but o say ono onye MPP ni on recognizing as such in turn comment
I think the video is there on the better so
no ehun sem ni very well. We also emra NPP on National Delegates Conference course for University of Ghana Sports Stadium. It happened during our coverage of that exercise. Do you remember me?
Me did the chat only di what they are now North Korea for omo abomode abuild omo newly open beach resort. Nemum omo the bans atoso say foreign tourists and our foreigners via entimi enko. Omo de aba out ama e news ni mu nyina na enso omo ankyere mu ne ntipoten a ema obi amba ho naga minim se beach resort ana nyama bi tse no so de ye bia is open to all. It attracts the tourists and it even adds up to income as on mine.
Okay.
Me mo ankyere mu ne nti a omo eyesa
omo ma foreigners emba
omo se ma foreigners emma
say na obvious North Korea oman a omo there be a red alert in terms of security. Obi a almost suspect obia and so enye me wan say omo decide way but they are always taking extreme decisions.
Media me wan such that okay other countries may be thinking around income. Whilst they may not.
North Korea ohia obi asika.
Onyo biesika.
Ono self-sufficient.
Okay, then anything.
Omaya Western nations, the sanctions bebre ato omo so, and so they are still thriving.
Then it means anything they do in there particularly relates to them. Externally. Informal.
Now, we call North Korea rules are the Bema one. Many shows will be to me. I spend 1 month or if you are not used to that kind of disciplinary environment or disciplined environment, you can't. Hard rules, I will say with this so, and they have succeeded. Even though a woman for no any fa who is uti sana bekano. I don't want to come was okay.
Says your brain is smoking some. Your brain is smoking some. Yeah, betting tax on the Abubu.
Momo Yanisakra. Kim Jong-un there, or no, a different guy. Why a beach resort, but also for an Ebiamba. It's as simple as that. Obiansun Timmy Brichi.
Me pato,
I had the day. You remember me that say, first time I try, I had a pa. Quite tape on the cutie, right? I'll take a break. Me basis here.
Happy 98.9 FM at your Mommy Engina, you mochi, na yanko abosokai. Jumadia Chentrente Kasia, happy 98.9 FM. Yawada, a chatwo, our Musumi Biamon, yet the Bobontain, Metre, happy on wheels, a fay and a drew abosokai. Our Aplekuma Central, and Peswanaso, Kaijmadi, Abacoso, 31st of July, 2025. Our abosokai, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Right, Niantrasi, na enkomo ahodwa, ewa abosokai no, Yantrasi ni Yantrasi, ni MCE, and empenyimfo ahodwa, womo kabia womo, ewo Ablekuma Central constituency, yenyomo enikita hwe, yensuade, emfem free, the Ghana National Fire Service way, ni nyinchiremu from Save the Eye Foundation, Kayo, Jumadia Nebekoso, 31st of July, Yawada, abosokai, 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And you home free mu, happy on wheels, happy your on voice, wheels. Your power, your power.
Your property holds the power to transform your future. Welcome to Eclipse Collateral Management, the game changer in turning property documents into profits. We are not just another service. We are your partner in unlocking sustainable income and fueling business growth. With prime brokerage, collateral brokerage, credit brokerage, and land documents perfection, we are redefining what is possible for property owners and business owners alike. At Eclipse, we have built a primary depository platform, a secure, innovative space where property owners like you can lodge your documents and earn risk-free, sustainable income. For businesses struggling to secure funding, we provide collateral solutions you need to thrive and grow. Every move we make is backed by a rigorous credit appraisal process, so you know you are in safe hands. Find us at Adenta Barrier near Medi Moses Hospital, beside the West African Senior High School wall. Call 054-383-2466 today. At Eclipse Collateral Management, for property owners, we say, think safety and decent income. And for business owners, we say, think funding before projects.
EpaHoaDaben sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
And the Speaker of Parliament, will say, and and what's up with Siano? Ever Parliament, and officially, no one will invite us, Branty and I, the sons of free or this year, what January and then man. Now, so you our dad from feminine annual Parliament to sit down. Penny, Chinsina, young Quania by election, a while, Mimiano media for we are a Monsieur Bussas and Indian MPP and DC, and your brother in my year for. Now to say, or would you buy a candy pie day of home? One would not be your fine crowd, would to meet Mamma Day, a back, and also a net, and we are DC for Amaya said, one would do party and now one would do a man of self, as seen the pound pan. And look here, we are a crutch, a Potia constituency for say. Obi ba, obi yere, obi kunu, and now one shall parliament. Since I see a wire by election, our parliament. Now, yes, dear, the judges say, Yano, a wana or woo yano, Yadasu are rewoom, Yadasu or yawu, ye chap in the sea sons are branch of mono, and me up the true elbow, our Yaliana, and Yakwa and Shana de la Cotoba. Kayadi, a free say.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
Mr. Speaker, I cannot account for two of my pilgrims. Two of them. As we speak, I can show you my phone. I'm calling our consular officer there to help us to find out where they are. Because some of them are very old people. You go to an event where there are over 1 million people attending. They are not educated. They don't speak the local language. They don't speak Arabic. So it's becoming very challenging. This is the first time many of them are venturing outside Ghana. So sometimes when they get there, they get mixed up with delegations from other countries. You know, some fall sick and they can't find them. They've gone to the hospital. So when after the Hajj, we cannot account for our people, the Minister for Foreign Affairs is the person we should be working with. I have always said that perhaps it is time for this House, as a parliament and also as a country, for us to have a legislation on Hajj instead of it just being a committee. But I think also that whatever it is, when there's an issue in a foreign country, you call your Minister for Foreign Affairs to answer.
EpaHoaDaben. EpaHoaDaben.
Supporting the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghana Armed Forces have played significant supporting roles in the fight against illegal mining, Galamsey. We are not out of the woods yet as a nation, but there is hope because there is a political will at the very top. We have reviewed the fight against illegal mining and have worked with stakeholders to reform the fight. The National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat, NIMOS, is a product of that review exercise. The recovery of several forest reserves early this year, which our forest guards could not venture, was led by the Ghana Armed Forces. Additionally, the Navy supported land forces in Operation Hall 2 to combat illegal mining along River Ankobra in the western and western north regions. The Navy's riverine operations along the Volta River, like Operation Oasis in Bui, also assisted in reducing the effects of illegal mining on the Black Volta. To strengthen security along Ghana's inland waters and riverine areas, government launched the Blue Water Guard training program in 2025, this year. The Blue Water Guard initiative aims to establish 24-hour monitoring of Ghana's water bodies. It is a strategic intervention to tackle illegal mining activities, protect the environment, and restore Ghana's polluted water resources. The first batch of 453 personnel were trained by the Ghana Navy at the Forward Operating Base at Ezinlimbo. A second batch, made up of 532 personnel, commenced training last month and are scheduled to graduate this week. The training of the guards reflect Ghana Navy's commitment to operationalizing government's initiative of ensuring that all mining activities in Ghana leave a positive green footprint and not pollute water bodies.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
security of Ghana remains stable, we acknowledge that the situation in Boko and Alavanyo and their immediate surroundings remain quite volatile. The Ghana Armed Forces is actively monitoring developments and have put in place robust mechanisms to ensure any potential escalation is swiftly contained in the interest of a peaceful and long-lasting resolution of the conflicts through dialogue. In doing so, we shall always separate crime from traditional matters, enabling us to deal appropriately and legally with criminals who foment trouble in the name of chieftaincy conflicts. Relatedly, let me assure once again that government has decided to take necessary steps to reconstruct the statue of the Zugura traditional area in Boko while investigation into the continues.
EpaHoaDaben.
Your Royal Majesty, I cannot speak of peace and development in the north without touching on the situation in Boko. The protracted conflict in Boko continues to pose a grave challenge to our national peace and regional harmony. Boko, which has always been a booming and prosperous commercial center, is now a pale shadow of itself. Nobody is happy about this situation. Youth move around on motorcycles with sophisticated assault rifles and fire indiscriminately. The conflict has affected everyone: Bamprusis, Kusasis, Bises, Moshis, Hausas, and all other ethnic groups living in the area. Many professionals have fled the area, and public service workers are refusing to be posted to Boko. Let me commend your Royal Majesty for the dignified and statesmanlike manner in which you have responded to these tensions. Your calm and reasonable voice has been a source of guidance to many, and I sincerely appreciate your commitment to peace. I was with His Royal Majesty Nana Osei Tutu II 2 days ago, and he briefed me on the cooperation you have given him in finding a final traditional solution to the conflict. I commend you for the concessions you are willing to make in order to see lasting peace in Boko. I take this opportunity to humbly urge all stakeholders to speed up the mediation process so that peace can return to Boko in order that residents can return to their normal lives as soon as possible. The government remains resolute in restoring lasting peace and stability in Boko. This includes enhancing the security presence, support for conflict resolution mechanisms, and deeper dialogue with all traditional, religious, and civic stakeholders. We believe that peace in Boko is a matter of national importance and that it requires our collective resolve so that justice will prevail and that we will resolve our issues by dialogue. Your Royal Majesty, I wish to assure you that government will continue to rely on your wisdom and partnership in navigating these sensitive matters in a manner that upholds human dignity and preserves the unity of our people.
EpaHoaDaben ti sinupi na nokre eye baako pe.
EpaHoaDaben dwumadi ni afei no adjoine a memo aha mo akwaba eba edwumadi eso. We're live on Facebook, we're live on radio. Baby I will be akan ho ne mfa ene nkomo no to aso. Ma membra wo messages so on Facebook as you have brought them. Na me share eye o messages na sia na me de shase e de a free eye Kumensa Pillar 2 ho or the freedom kwabenya no de aba. Also congratulations to the NPP for a fantastic conference. Rebuilding together, inshallah, NPP will bounce back stronger in 2028. Also special greetings to Hajia Safia Mohammed, next NPP National Women's Organizer, and Honorable Naomi Owusu, next NPP Greater Accra Regional Women's Organizer, we Afriko Mensa Pillar 2, ewo dom kwa benyano diaba. Paul Amenosoji, or say, good afternoon, Ayuko, fantastic. NDC is the best experience ever. Potassium wants a BB. The NPP should forget power come 2028. We, the NDC, shall retain power by hook or by crook, really. Charles York,
FM 98.9.
Good afternoon, Bibi. Some of you and your colleagues from other media houses fell for Okudjeto's lying hypnosis and aided the NDC to carry falsehood to the watching and listening of Ghanaians. You've now realized that the previous government were rather truthful to us. Omane Buama is now telling us that the presidential jet is not fit to carry Mahama around, Abi. I hope you believe his words. Some top journalists helped NDC to power. That's my strong belief, though the NPP government also had a terrible PR system. Masawood Kumasi Bantama said, we thank God for the peaceful and successful delegates conference. Let's unite and work hard towards victory 2028. Regards to former KMA boss, Honorable Sampine and Koka. Lemdi Evangelist Mauto or say Nanado should be prosecuted for causing financial loss to the state for using $97 million to dig a national cathedral hole.
98.9.
$97 million in free. Chris Nene said, my mentor, you are on point. Let's all come together and put the president on his feet. Bibi, we love you. I love you back, sir. Manuel Jesse said, Bibi, how far is the part sharing going? My investigation is like last month and this month, they have not shared it to. I think we need to keep our eyes closely on that as well. Say, Bosumi Biana Manubu Munsa. Now, baby, also, it's no baby in the Bosumi. And yes, I Bosumi no every year. Obi Bosumi a 15th, Obi Bosumi a 20th. Pardon, I'm Chinese saying, was it or no year in Wimuno? I mean, say 2 months in the Encoye. We can't verify that. But we'll find out. Manuel Jesse said, say, please, when it comes to Boko issues, don't bring NPP in. President Mahama campaigned with it. MPP is in opposition. Please let them sleep. Komensa Pillar 2. Okay, I think so. You brought this one twice. So, submit me the messages number. Namaje Brea Kankai. Ede amawo ewo yejumedie eso na mame fa nko Duasudua Herbal Center asue Duasudua Herbal Center se woton safre obi biara owo yade wono ho a wako enko na yade a wako enko no se anye chronica doctor for ahwehemu hu se yade we ne hawo ba sa yade we chronic yitu ase a enye yi a enonko. But se ekobase yade no mpo yehunu yade no wodi achi nkyere se yade bi na ha but wan kasa nso nim so yare pa o se edu ho no dia na eya na do wani abu hunhun mu dia kakra san se bi ana ifiri ni fie na ekoba ne sa dia na do wani be kire o masoye san se omo akodare enhaban enuomu a omo betime dia kan ayade no ase ebitu in fact o say yade ne beda ne ho adi emra wo mo de ahaban bi a wo frɛ no elekpepe etu komu ono se bra se eye spiritual nko ade ono ebe sasa yade no ede amawo omo ewo kasoa breku na musanso wo nkrabata baako ewo Kumase Abrepo Broni Krom na Kumase fo be frɛ 0248 427998 na eye nkranfo ne eye Central Region 4 enso afre eye 0246 354 747 0246 354 747 Duasudua Herbal Center sebra na omo ene wo ending komo no mo he kon be fa so aboa wo ewo oyade no eho ope sukuu bi akwa brochire bi a o masters na pese okoye ebi ana college mpo na pese okọ ebi ana opeso okobo doctorate minim course apese okoye na brochire nko na pese oko school a mamenkanfo edu proof enfamao edu proof and amekanfo ediamao na omasem ne se omo offer top quality placements in schools ahodo ewo Spain, Malta and the Netherlands, Italy and so account. Inti se when niji school ho ewo any of these countries amabobo so Spain, Malta, the Netherlands and Italy. And it's in ye pa. Is an say omo ewo contact with schools ahodo ho a ono betimi aboa wo ama wenya admission. Na enhyehyeye no eni ono se obetua 350 euros for registration fee. Na says you will only pay it after when your admission. unya admission sa registration fee no you don't pay. One say tuition fees in so idea one about tuition fee, but you only pay tuition fee when on sa account or visa. Or sound so say one more service fee no idea bitua name no so one sanka wa admission nya or visa enya dia omobemo atua air service fee bia. Almost they make it easy, they make it transparent, and they make it secure. Sebeya onsu betimi enya suku akọ ewa manone. Obefre edu proof ene on 054 319 0616 054 319 0616 so. Obetimi ene omo kasa na owo eda further enquiries awaye no mayiwo ano. Ono say your steady journey starts now with edu proof. Me free edu proof aso dia na me de call Dr. Zeng deodorant. Dr. Zeng deodorant me say be 3 weeks ni de bia me bo ho dawro e de kiro. Ezane ze me ankasa ne me maso ahwe na me hunu se de etie. Dr. Zeng deodorant deodorant a plant based chemicals bia enimu. O regular deodorant na ya na chemicals be brewum. Na sa chemicals we no so no ya eja ne marks ne traces e wo ho. To the year motu mu over time wa muso motu mu nyina ayetum ne me kan from we Dr. Zeng deodorant any chemicals bia wom enti enja wo sa ade no e last for 7 days wo the year motu mu a e do be 97 days ubedware aguso ayeden na Dr. Zeng eda so e wo motu mu eni nka scent bia nim enya ade bia ehwam no aka se perfume bi um there but what do you motu mu a on tenka e wo ho obeti mfifire se den ba se mfifire ho nka pa so obeti bi wo ho pa de enya de a obeti bie e ma motu mu ne dry na ma utimi koba e wo mreko a enka bia eni wo ho. Dr. Zeng deodorant e do benante eye ba ko mienu miensa enan ensuns enum insia ensun 7 good days na ode na mu adwuma bia oye bia no ode beye. Na ne womu ne said Dr. Zengi no a natural extract from plant bi a friend Eugenia chlorophyll flower eno emu enuanuo na yatwe a yede aye Dr. Zeng deodorant e de amawo se wo pe no dodo na atu ana pe no makoma na ato a obefre ana be WhatsApp Dr. Zeng e wo 0544 766 0544 767-691 and 0599 032-5599. Dr. Zeng is a stay natural, stay pure, and stay sustainable. Ma me kwa homa no so na me nkodi nkomo ma me di kan ka cho say UTAG e de amaniabo bia beto abontene a wo mo se mampani John Dramani Mahama wanfa ne na nsi fom na galamsey wahwe na wantusu sama pa ade a omode omadwuma ebeto as lecturers in public universities na womo ede omo strike na enkomoyi ehyasie baabi na baabi ehyasie ne yese aboa ne baabi akekere no ho ane esane no na unim se the coalition, in fact the Ghana coalition against illegal mining ehye pact bi a omoma presidential candidates ahodo no in fact ede omonsa be hyase organized labor decide n'animu MRTUC UTAG fonso witness bi na yemampani ede nensa ko share sa pact na se mekaise Dr. Baumia enso de nensa ko share park na enso ase ebie na said de etie no ene ebusa se galamsey ntokwa no akwa kodusen na eyade a coalition no ani eje entokwa no ho so far said de abai no akono na na engineer Kena Shigbe convener Ghana coalition against galamsey. Engineer Timen kan happy FM so neme mo ha
Engineer
ewie boko de
so hwa ye ho ye
dobo ade nyankropon ase. Engineer ma membusa 7 months ni galamsey ntokwa no mu ni sen.
Well, for 7 months here, at least the Sakraya Papa be cacao. Osha said they are now in the past government, no. Na no money and insurance city near Yanoa. And now Osha responses na banwa. at least this one seemed to be, there's a positive change, at least in terms of the attitude towards the fight, in terms of some of the actions that have been taken. Osha BBT excavators, For 8 years now, you register excavator, the antenna excavators. We have over 7,000 excavators. They go quite no more essay assassin and normal. Buying a day in South, so before the cry excavator, no cry, so the permit. And excavators about 3,000 and now ports, you're making sure the DVLA Minerals Commission almost register money. If no, at least no a positive in terms of other initiatives, which are IGP, Juma YE, and Kofor arresting no manner. And in a positive, and there's some improvement. But as a physical scientist, a project manager, and also a social scientist, you would want to be able to get some empirical evidence. Now, the idea were inferences. In the Sisi and Infaneda, you say now a binum around 14,000 NTUs, and it's a data idea, but Oshesuna, the fact that Oko baby to so no Kunuankasa Galamsi is your I am free acquiring chair while beneath your a friend is saying. In police station, you are Obutu Galamsio. In as much as minister no born home now, Mount for Bisugu almost say, man, and then what's Attorney General or say your friend is saying, you investigate 2 of the NDC former party leaders. No? What you would have thought would not have been just investigated. The same way I contaminate coalition push arrest you would have hoped they would have been arrested. There, I didn't know illegal mining. Penny for Nibia Kasa or Concatia. It be must say terrorism. Now, 9/11, but I see one American own the attitude that America for a year towards terrorism, and yet the same one you want. For a coalition, the fact I invite Momo youth organizer and
actually the national organizer.
The national organizer, the third national vice president. That's a good one. But more ETV ne Happy FM no nyesa mujana sa ese trasa ese debiano yebusa update efi iyo then omo arrest omo grant bail terms when they bail conditions no even a contaminating crime ese yebusa mochi omo granting ni bail no da be na case ne court almost omo 2 directors other director no the CIA cancer Attorney General to Yenche from Watting so and the CIA to be if I had this case they are making sure they are paying for normal fire for a big right but almost so be many say they are pension when you're on
no cry say yes I'm sure for the brano yenya breno a any share sampling for ya ni omudin san komo ebuse bie na most ma makwa coalition a munaja oshobo na kase free mo hoba ema o mani nyina crew edi akire no so na mebusa se ya mo so mo wo strategies bi a mo dey follow up on cases. For instance, the case of Chairman Won to media muna mo kofa asem no esande baaye. In fact, initially the former IGP said we obi am fa complain bia fama no. Subsequently, you put up together a formal complaint. Party by power, Omache Chairman won to me. The point is that a civil society organizations no so a be mobile musubo say mo raise issues na moja echiredi at the same ho.
And if any coalition, if there's a media also coalition no.
No correct.
Na well you almost with this as one boy and but social media ye answer semi and you know Happy FM after I di un command you know in media they more ya but aka civil society no so big coalition no so at least coalition no ye gum but you nim say last year some semi see ya show no ni airport osano and yet coalition all of us various professional bodies nti yes yuta oman koda omambuana omwasan so yasom trust me be various bodies they say invitation minister for land say enya yemwa okun against galamsey enya yensum na enya sorry waka they make sure say obiara yes adia na obejai because no man na challenge na eguye so as a people no enya some get all ye asem kese pa o hwa manfo ewu a o hwe yensio ya ni asai o hwe yesika ye hwe no one of the large scale mining firms galamsey for etu esi omo firm no sika say ko abai ho enya omo musika o for 2 years no about $250 million ta sika yi abai nya ya enye de aye bre wa ha ye ko your friend is saying various you know, Nasadia Suna, Yenim say, Reuters say, in the past 5 years, Ghana Yashi 11.5 billion. Minim said the Albecas Azicano. You know, Ghana Sikum. Now, could they multiply by 10? And then I say, Bubuya. Sika kesi ankasanka yenyazazi kana inkadete exchange ne kana na do ye no kranka no emaso inti ade ne de eti ehuhampa eti nya yetumi sorry waka na ye make sure say the pressure beto president no so in terms of normal so ya onye na normal no so ya oye ni ye no ye bona baso now other ideas so you want to emphasize ideas number into the issues around state of emergency. Okay. The issues around the fact that what Chinese were men deport the issues around politically exposed and conform more galamsey more I see a so you know so no idea I see
initially now modern boy by a wabo steps be a what take you made reference to arrest ahodwa akoso you made reference to excavator seizures akoso any other there obi beka say sane me ya wo kan nyina ye niema ya de dada ya cheche nkofo galamsey ho a ye seize excavators in fact at a point ye share excavators it is abenya bana enwa bi na wo ya enye se na enye bibe fufuro bia
well and obetuma kasa but when I say there has been some positive change but okunu yendi nkunimu a dia make sure say ohwe bibi ti say if anything akonta mine are involved in galamsey me share former president Nanado Enwokufudia na me busa ne say akonta mining and the minister for lands and natural resources I can't want them the minerals commission so I can't want some oye ni dey okache me say akonta mining was not involved in galamsey as we speak now in this current government by Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources say the press release about akonta mining Ayantishi, ye issue press release. I share na akonta mining. If you know, one positive thing. In the past government, you share Professor Frimpo Boase report or Choba. There were people in the Jubilee House close to power who were mentioned as being involved in galamsey. Who said national organizer, any third national vice president, all of those are good signs. In the past government, so we had a situation your friend is saying excavator tracking a past government start here. Minerals Commission in the past government. So and also positive thing about it, but only a pilot new now to say pushy it is true. A lot of the things but there are a few positive things, and then you also see the intention of the current minister. Just looking at having engaged both of them, I see this one, as being a bit more formidable and pushing. But there is still a lot of ijuma. I say it to me, and America a coalition member back actual direction. I see in invitation minister for lands at the bar in some police for I see a very sharp form. One of the major things I say state of emergency. Not what they about the fact that at any MC and now DC or what's up, Potemo Galamsey Koto, and any police commanders over. So when to me and to Galamsey, I say, you will be. And no, not better than the KPI, key performance indicator. And no, you didn't say Minister Nakamosa, but you won't say, a lot of the DCs, MCs, Western, North, Central, Bonabafo, and you know, Galamsey Air Kosovo, I didn't know more at post. I say you would either for incompetence and complicity. The same thing should apply to the police commanders and even intelligence officers or Motsakun.
Engineer, okay, na Obibeka say, Kasa. I mean, you are the coalition, and make sure say Ghana Funina we're always going along from Muhu. Na okay, na we could draw, na we could draw. Don't you think, sir, the coalition should be the one? Of course, as media, we're helping, we're stoking the fire, we're creating the platform, same common in Kosovo. But anka enye maybe to say chairman to me yache no hena could do actions abanya take na kwakudu omo esi acheche womo pempenso be na kudu no. One would have thought Sebia the coalition should be briefing the nation rather on some of these questions.
The thing is, in the coalition, you show letter command mampini, say, Precision mampini. Because I know me working near updates. So now you see media amount for updates. Now, mampini can say you could share Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. If you share Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, what my answers may be questions may be so the command of mampini now mampini in the yeah, train my responses to some of them. Yeah, recently, me Martin Pebu, Kwame Sapon do any of them. The another reminder come IGP about a contaminant. Some of the normally but another call anything that you can respond. Various as various CSOs need their own. We need to be asking in duty bearers of some. If you to me, this MC is a Galamsey course or then now young police commander, the same area, so then no regiment. We have all of those questions that I say, The thing is, even as civil society, you don't have the power to act. All you can do is say you bring the necessary pressures. Until we will continue to do that, and it will be okay, peace, happy, and okay, peace, okay, joy, okay. Various media houses, fight because city idea no con. We take it time a Ghana, to say Ghana.
Only one more case, as a baby by coalition, Manuajo, because in the run up to the 2024 elections, we saw an awakened lion in the character of the coalition and other labor unions and professional bodies. Ahodo yehunu intesuko kwa moteye the way a mama binder da no ho hyehye no. But that's a NDC ba yi manual jokakra yenti
one say you take a issue statement.
Yeah, yes, you take the issue statement. Now, me pebusa say because we obi to say chairman won to me aye chini. Ya chichi emrantie ene mabawa ewo Galamsey sites bebre. Ya chi wo mo aye mo remand. Yet chairman won to me, and as you have rightly pointed out, evidence said that was a company ebumra no so. Police for action. And he has been granted bail. You name the status of the matter. It's been almost a month. Until whom prosecution impo. And it appears to say, I say, there no so sa no so kwa da. Who say ahokeka na no na yede yes a campaign esonte.
Oh, the point is whether you definitely want a new government comes into power, you would want to give them a bit of the benefit of the doubt in terms of normal or more. And America social coalition, the number of statements I issue cartoons president by petitions I had command. And then the culminating the letter a cultural command say a petition or see any your friend is a minister for lands issue. And she say train after any minister for lands issue, the meeting with the president himself.
Okay.
And I make us say I contain mining crowd, I shock at IGP. Even on the issues, and also so if you look at the reawakening, movie away, it's a reawakening, and so the minister for lands, I invite him to support this fight. So all of us need to do it from the media front, from the civil society, and all of us, because no one said they are coming. After almost who say, minister, about the community, almost so much and almost sad, I can say one of the things that had happened there. Because of what the ministry has done with the excavators, not no money about but in Yaya, who could be to Sino. If we was no Konuma guarantee because we was police in here, friend is DC and MT in this community. We need to, now that the government has done about 7 months, definitely in terms of the intensity of our ask so far as dealing with the issue, because IGP Akasa a war situation now. We want to see war. The Minister for Lands Akasa terrorism. Who said? And 9/11 immediately lie 11 who see they handle terrorism.
And on top of it, the president describes it as a national emergency, yet he falls short of declaring a state of emergency.
A state of emergency. Those are the questions we ask. Because has state of emergencies are not president class a national emergency. And they were hoping the state of emergency should follow. Now, in
But engineer, it is clear that the state of emergency is not on the table for this government. It is clear,
but we had not seen the president talk about the fact that what was happening was a national emergency. So it means that the pressure that is being put, because you could share, presidency you could share minister for lands. We raised the issue about the need for a state of emergency. There was state of emergency and
what was his response to that when you met him?
Well, at that point, what he has to do is that he was sitting in the stead of the president. The president. So he's going to pass that on to the president. We are checking that report, and then we would also follow up with the president and say, any minister Asia, so what is next? Because we need solutions to this problem. And some of these issues about the stability of water, it needs action. And fortunately for us, Dr. Tony Edukayana, I think those are the solutions that we need. And there are people even within government who say that. In the past government, you would not even have been hearing those things. The situation where the CEO for the EPA himself, who asks all she needs is those choppers, and we should be able to deal with those issues. And we all realize the fact that people within the government, I don't know why the security and military, they are not advising the president to take the necessary steps. Fortunately, we are not saying a national emergency. We hope you take the next step and make it declare a state of emergency. And then the whole of Ghana, or in parts of Ghana, which you declare a state of emergency, make that place a no-go. Declare a state of emergency, move some troops permanently to be in that place. You clear them off. So we need a bit of some agency in the fight. And then we need to the Minister for Interior, it's against our laws. And it's also against, if you look at historically, we cannot.
We need. When are we moving beyond we need to demand?
What's your friend is saying, as from the coalition point of view, we're waiting to meet His Excellency after the meeting with his minister.
Okay.
You've also heard UTAG also talk about something. The question we'll ask is ETV, Happy FM, what is it that beyond you also reporting it, what next are you going to do to help in this particular fight? That's the question I say. What is the next steps are we all going to take to be able to fix this problem?
Engineer Mushia Minister, you had a number of questions. Obviously, when you answer Mamu because on the ultimate bearer of the responsibility. But issues Ben and what they tune and response Ben and Munyae.
And I said the issues that were raised, they are the same issues that we've raised. The issues of the state of emergency, the issues of the LI, the issues of the deportation of foreigners arrested, the issues around excavator tracking, yes, almost PD and up, the issues around MCs and DCs holding them accountable, making it a clear KPI for them. So yeah, MC, DC now from Potembina, Galamsey, Kowa. There are two things that are happening. Either we are incompetent and also say you would, and now we are complicit and we say true. When you find those are the things that we are asking. We acknowledge the fact that the issues around the BTC excavators. It's a positive move that has been happened. The only thing that has to happen is to speed up the tracking of all of them. And so those are some of the things that we ask for. And then also you remind the minister, Sonkai, President said, was signing pact to that. So it's not surprising to say after that meeting, UTAG has issued a statement they have issued.
UTAG has given timelines, 3 months after which omo significant impact bia omo call strike. Na mebusa, I know say UTAG is part of the coalition. At the umbrella level, are we as a coalition considering coming up with something like saying UTAG fire nana?
So the coalition is made up of various members. So one of our members have taken a particular move. At the coalition level, there are other conversations also going on. Even a mass mobilization. Can we move 1 million Ghanaians onto the streets to tell the Galamseyers, to tell those people who are working against the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, tell those people who are working against the IGP, to tell them so they cannot always be banding. Said there are a lot more people involved in this illegal activity. That there are a lot of us Ghanaians are also wide awake. You see, all of those things are on the cards. And another thing that we are also asking the government is that we want updates in terms of our water quality. What's happening to our water quality? What's happening to the stability of our water? And beyond all of those things, all of these are questions that we are also asking. We are waiting for that report that will come from His Excellency the President.
Engineer Medawas, thanks so much for your time. Very well. Engineer Ken Nashigbe, a coalition, in fact, or sure. Engineer Ken Nashigbe na neka say. Ade.
And who am I new? No, sir, no, see, na Casano,
and I'm Busano.
Sure.
Oh, I asked him. Oh, yes.
Was he the one speaking?
Oh, yeah. Engineer Ken Nashigbe. A convener Ghana Coalition Against Illegal Mining.
I mean, if you can tell you.
And I'm a person
said last year, no.
Yeah.
You will fight, no.
Yeah.
I will lead you, no. Since I said to number from well, you hope na.
Me busano kra no kase bibianse sign ne mumu no. Aban foforo ba so man the benefit of the doubt.
Kufuado edin say na. Kufuado catch na kunta mining. You never see a to about here Kufuado na. And me yet say I will win MP. Ni krom hini echanesu our president esig Jubilee House then Ken Neka won and I will win MP ye chanesu ya pamu no krom was able to obium or he know.
I think so one of the questions he asked and said intina ya mean any third national vice chair of NDC
na say he praised them say
na I will win MP ni the young friend
no but he didn't praise the government say he didn't see by the way, they have not been arrested. He was saying, "Say we didn't see a national chair, a national organizer, and vice chair in the other
being
investigated or arrested." Now investigation, no, Papa ne woman no, I will win. Or don't know be na account. Or no any chrome mine ni. Because of illegal mining. Abiding Kasai or more wow 1 year she. Papa ni.
We say about state of emergency because now the president say a national emergency and in one case so minister so say a terrorism so now my say president say a national emergency and you not one more call for state of emergency and then no one can want to and I was saying the president would meet them and my meeting minister they will share president and the president be can be the next level of the fight baby on person.
We didn't say we
no. Baby etu galamsey no. Baby no hini ni ho. And say for no be take the same position. Aka who are you going?
And galamsey no fight no. it's very
coalition and what you
yeah, I don't doubt about that.
Coalition and
a civil a union we see a sorry gidi on way.
Organized labor
on way. They say there's so many so we don't need maybe we don't need any strike action now.
Maybe as some the new government to the benefit of the doubt.
Exactly the point is making
government where a ban we no opposition my 2 weeks.
Oh the bedding or the
best stop be bia. So mobile within the first 2 weeks they'll ban all forms of mining. They will suspend all forms of mining, declare state of emergency. Na yentinasi, ni show bia
ni documents mu.
Ni ehwe se ne oye wa adwuma no, ye hwe se ye okay ani amo akostati enu po onye.
Fi se wafa osino enyinem. Mafa ho na ohun nsuo na. Even 6 months of grant to be mentioned.
But then the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources say about 962 small-scale mining licenses face revocation over irregularities. Wow. Minister Mark 2 weeks ultimatum some of irregularities.
Previous government, you know. Fee much rubbish out. I love you, but some of you. Maybe say some of you cry.
What to be?
Say NDC for the atro. The atro ni nada, ena a hoodwinky Ghanaian say because enyama omuka sombeye towards the fight of illegal mining, not one enomaye. The simplest declaring a state of emergency and no common.
It's simple.
Oh, no, no, you're day. Oh, call Parliament and continue. See, I so crowd there. Oh, absolute majority
in Parliament.
Almost from Hodempo, Supreme Commander says Supreme Leader. Almost Bahama is Supreme Leader because of the kind of Parliament he has. So, what is stopping them? Can say mobile mo chichisa small boys biom because they are just victim of circumstances. You are going after the kingpins, the bank rollers. If you go after them and they don't have money to feed these people, these people will stop.
Then a
chesa oyibi
said oh and your monko for Professor Frimpong Batimbo mudu nyina eba be investigate you.
Bibi, adia no one. Akwa say yes, so what for 19 crew who so miane di na di nso ni fe fa nche ebetu ekro na ebe hu ani etwa ne nan adia na papa ne ka so beye no it was a good thing. Suspend all forms of mining. Obia family anto ho na ne sekan to ho say excavators be 36 million within 24 hours na two oti ase excavators are MPP for Siziko Gu sa Madina honum ni nyina yira ne say omo buy omo de nyina ma mira no
atapa ni atakakra mo ha adwen
oti ase
mo ha adwen papa bibi mo ha adwen
asemo o power wasem nko position so
wasem
NDC for there
asemo
ebi ana maleba ni baby
Haruna Maleba good afternoon welcome.
Well, Bibi, but I'm not Hana in Chetifo.
I'm not so you.
I'm saying, Maleba.
Oh, so excavator.
And then no credit.
Okay, no issue. You should know Botiano. What about what was only issue? We are
Maleba, Bibi, Galay, Muhusu, dear.
MPP phone. So that brofun no mo ntiase o
98.9
sa samo aye kanu so no mabu mo so nua o se yare bi na bo mo se ni mo ho nsam susu se ni da ho boni ya omo akwadare wo mo do mo suko ai se peni wo yin from aboni obedwem no wo ate so nte
no yin ni atu
nche
opapele bi a share no.
National emergency is different from state of emergency. In fact, there is a thin line between the two.
There is a thin line.
It's a thin line.
Okay.
You see a kind of national emergency or state of emergency.
What's it What's a national emergency or state of emergency?
Emergency.
Are they the same?
That's what I'm saying, that there's a thin line between the two. And let me lay the grounds to know very well.
So why don't you define one first and define the other? Okay.
When we talk about a state of emergency, the president should declare a state of emergency. You see, it is a situation where the nation as a whole faces an imminent threat of danger. You get it? Face imminent threat of danger due to internal. It can be a political instability or any other natural disaster which have the tendency to destroy lives. For example, Sagani, a nuclear plant was because of mishandling, fuse, explode, now lead to radiation in a very wide area, polluting the air. What will happen? People will be affected, there will be a lot of death and all of that. Also, if there is a serious epidemic breaking out, a pandemic breaking out, so contagious that a lot of people are getting affected rapidly, and people are dying, they still have to declare state of emergency.
Are you saying...
And there are instances that we do that.
Can I ask a quick follow-up to that?
Okay.
Are you saying that Galamsey and Ayete does not fit this definition you're giving to a state of emergency?
It doesn't.
Really?
In my humble opinion.
This is not an imminent threat to our survival.
You know why?
This is not leading to widespread pollution.
I can't say it is not leading to that. Okay. In fact, in all the situations that man listed above, there must be, how do you call it, a difficulty of control.
But is there not? Is that
not
obvious?
A difficulty of control? And the state have to take measures to curb that. Now, in the case of Galamsey,
you can explain tire.
Who's that kind of one? Let the facts reflect and be on the record this afternoon that the battle we are fighting is a menace created by the MPP for the last 8 years.
We are not disputing that. It's true.
Fine.
Yes.
That's okay. That's okay. I agree with you. I agree with you.
Show leadership.
Fine. We are showing it.
How?
Yeah, but what is your issue letters? Lance Samobi.
Bebre.
How do you want to Bondi? One. The day of then the Kufado or Mampino Kunyaso. No, you know, no, maybe.
Amaliba, remind the people of Ghana through this show. As someone who can't say more by Yafa Galamsey.
That's exactly what we are doing.
What did you say you would do?
We promise to recover our forests. The forest reserves. See about, we will prevent anybody from entering the. When we or the saying the ally some who went to parliament and promulgated that ally.
By your promise,
and now you're asking us to revocate. Of we repeal it.
You repealed an
Attorney General mentioned this.
Not the entire ally.
What's that?
Your promise was to repeal the ally.
The entire ally will go.
When?
The entire ally will go.
You
Attorney General is working on it. The entire ally will go.
When?
The entire ally will go. Am I an MP?
And what is stopping
when now? I can't give a timeline to the, how do you call it, the Attorney General. It is up to you to call Attorney General and ask him. But the ally will go. Because my boss, Sami Jensi, has said this on radio and other officials that I have heard. In fact, there was a divided opinion as to whether or not the airline should go or be amended. One school of thought said that, amendment. Another school of thought said, no, let's repeal it. The school of thought said, let's repeal it, no one. And the airline will go. Now they are albatross on the neck of the country. NDC is working to get rid of it. And you are telling us to blame us. We're not working faster.
Let me tell you something. With your numbers in Parliament, with your numbers in Parliament, should it take NDC this long to repeal the airline? Ejuma Ben to repeal this airline. More person will repeal Ejuma Ben.
Very well.
With all the numbers you have.
I am not an MP. I am not an MP.
No, I'm asking
for this question.
What Kasama NDC
of
government?
Course, I speak for government.
And I sit here for the people.
Yes.
A Ghanaian is asking you, but you are sitting here with a particular interest. A Ghanaian is asking you, sir.
There is no superior interest in the people. That mischief, no.
See, the people of Ghana are asking you, sir, with the numbers I want their mamu or parliament, is someone near the Muebiano. A DNA yet then some will repeal that ally.
There is nothing difficult to repeal the ally.
So what's the explanation for keeping it?
What explanation? explanation as what?
What's the explanation for keeping? Yes, exactly.
The law will go.
Why are you keeping?
The law will go.
What is stopping the law?
And don't forget that Parliament went on recess. And you have to tell recently.
Parliament has worked since Muba Bemu. And
they went on recess.
All this while I am
wondering why people are so eager to hold NDC feet to the fire of accountability. That's all. That's true. That is it. But the same fire of accountability was not put on the head of an MPP. The party who created this problem we're all grappling with. I will show you that, including you. The LI will go. The Attorney General have affirmed it, and I'm quoting my boss, Sami Jemfi, who is the official of the party, and of course, an appointee in the government. Our kind to the public say, what kind of public? It's on public record. The LI will go.
But Sami Jemfi is not the president.
Yeah, she's not the president. You want the president to come out and say it?
No, I mean,
if you want the president,
if an LI will go,
if you care to know, I think is it Ochina?
Okay, so minister,
Ochina, the minister will address the press. Okay, the minister will address the press, and you outline additional stringent measures that government is putting in place. See, this Galamsey fight, no.
Yeah.
For all you know, Bibi. And ye Ghanaian nationals in Kwane.
They are aware,
okay? Ye Ghanaian nationals in Kwane. There are other neighboring countries, so are invading, or they say, ye territory, and they are destroying the environment with careless abundance. In support of Nkrophobia, or more financiers behind the scenes. Do you get it? The government have not relented. Government haven't. When we took over, how many? We have about, is it 45 or so foreign reserves? More than half was evaded. Over 24 reserves were evaded. We have been able to recover all those areas.
There were nine that were no-go areas for the security.
Fine. Now we're no-go areas.
Yes.
But eventually they have been taken over.
So says the
minister. It has been taken over. So a big crying, everyone won't cry, everyone didn't cry. Village now, Musiu. And this year, it was so mind-boggling.
And when I say it does not warrant a state of emergency,
I don't think that it warranted. There must be a political will to fight it. Like you said, President Mahama got overwhelming endorsement, looking at the number of seats he has in parliament and all of that. All the security agencies and apparatus are at his disposal. That is true. But you do not misuse it with high-handedness on the people.
So where was this knowledge when more opposition and more joining organized labor said the President Akufo-Addo should declare state
that time emergency? Hypocrisy was reigning.
On whose part?
Hypocrisy on the part of the leadership then. President Fimbo Boateng for report Ama.
No, my point is that you supported the call for a state of emergency. And then now more power, more money.
There was hypocrisy. Hypocrisy was reigning then. Because people could share organize the UTAC.
Is the same hypocrisy not evident in
UTAC? On the day a UTAC for a declare on the strike, you engage them to have a dialogue over how you can resolve the matter. Now they send them and penny when you UTAC in penny for 80 Jubilee House, 80 Commando. Now appointees 80 ministry issue letters. Hey, appoint licensing and go together and say 12 letters were issued the same day. Where from the consistency? Where from the morality? Where from the will? Bibi, I agree with anybody.
Yet that strike didn't happen.
I agree with anybody that the Galamsey is a national canker. That's not the fight. And I agree with it. You know why? So ko obuasi ahun. Mpa so mo obuasi ye.
Mini obuasi kakra.
Okay. What for answer so ko obuasi da?
Aye.
Uni CKC school no wo.
Debi.
Okay, uni ka police won. Okay. On say, u Fred answer so ko e ba wuru obuasi kru. Unya wuru obuasi kru.
Yeah.
U hwe on sabe nkum si a. No be pocket si bi wo ho.
Okay.
On sabe pono.
Yeah.
Bi pono ya se kru bi da ho. Uni say and should be the friend of Jimmy so.
Okay.
Sa Jimmy so no. E ko twem wadanse krofom.
Okay.
FPA free crowway aduane ebe.
Okay.
Nachi. Jimmy so no baby adanse krofom kwan no no. Obuasi gold fields as it was then.
Okay.
Eco seed treatment plant. Amoye dam e wo ho. E treatment should e supply Obuasi nkro no. Akapori so na wa wase no
saying.
Under the previous government, MCA Obuasi, no more 2 Galamsey ewo. And that's the source of the Jimmy River. And by virtue of their Galamsey activities, no, a polluted dam ni na. Yeah. So only should their supply of what
became a threat.
So I agree that is a social problem. I agree with that. But there must be a political will to fight it.
It appears to be missing.
And it's not missing.
Where is it?
The fact that President Mahama to the Attorney General have issued a statement inviting the state agency to investigate party officials who should tell them there's a will somewhere. Previous government, did we see that? Did we see it? And then, senior Adrian Brown can say, I hear Funo should also, lend their support. Previously, I have found someone of kind. You know, many party can say, or the equipment, and you're free in Kranyaba. That day, your mom concession was in B2. This is what happened. Do you see them now? It is a problem that the previous government left. And like the economy, the way they mess it, everywhere. I hate upon MPP for calling that problem. Someone should tell me. Ghanaians are so helpless. They want to see President Mahama solve the problem. I agree with that.
I appreciate the fact that you and Fifi, we are politicians, and so as someone who can be also to favor more parties. But no kwensuye ba kope. Galamsey. Enye Akufo-Addo mreso na shase.
It's a fact.
No kwen nti se oka se womu no meja problem na to ho a na ebe ha adwene kakra no kre ba kope be ba me ba. Ti Anajo Mahama part 1 there was Galamsey pa. There I make this reference. Otna helicopter move fly over Chibi. Ehono could describe Chibi as the backyard of Galamsey. Omoma ne kopa ho chew.
Happy FM 98.9.
Julius Leba was the local government minister then. Collins Dauda was the lands and natural. No, I think Sasata former Tamale Central MP Inusa Fuseni. You launched about 2 different operations and military for the DNM. He handed over Akufo-Addo inherited Galamsey. Unfortunately, almost better now 8 years. Or handed over Galamsey to John Mahama, who handed over Galamsey to him.
Back to sender.
Enti MPP and NDC, mumu bien ho yesrabo for Galamsey asem we mu.
Bibi, all that I have said, I am not seeking
equalization.
Not even equalization, to exonerate NDC from it. Have I said that? No. In fact, this issue of President Mahama, at the time where, you see, that day, I have never seen President Mahama spoken with such a low spirit. They all can say,
98.9.
And if I am to borrow his word because of be retracting, I'm being equally, cautious about it. Description of them, like I'm saying, who President Mahama wakasa with such a low spirit there. But you could see how he felt for the environment itself.
But why did he even apologize for that statement?
Very well.
It was a statement of fact.
We had hypocrite in the media who went after him.
They
went after President Mahama.
Chibi,
yes.
Headquarters.
And then MPP also took it up
for that. No credit.
I think for Brad Lepa and say, I think Kwana Unum Bimu. And then I think Kwana Unum Debe. No, I think
all because of votes. All
because of votes.
Fine.
All because of vote per se. You vote in no, you see, no.
Statement, no fact because me, Upe Ghana, baby, a mako passing Ghana baby, HB. Now, sometimes we do Chibia.
Raho.
And it's also President Mama Kano, not get this over pound.
But
but that's an awokano. Young politicians,
to me.
No, almost the entire President Mahama very retracting and say they link it to of European fee. So what did di Nana Martin and Kunyato?
Ah, Nana no to hold on my says.
That
was I got listen. Yeah. Only I got listen. Neti. I court, Chebi I court,
Abusco, a Boka State College, who do Musasi nyina. Come on, we are not we are oh, my Penibia describe what we headquarters of Galamsey.
And let's say, we can say, Sao Hineno, Sao award na a do a Phoebe and answer for years be a man. It says how in the money be. Because Ohino what be, Ohino was Sino, Ohino when you name. yehia chedi osino enyinem ena ingesi sa 4 place no kra no yetumi fa cry declare state of emergency. Yehia Ghana nyina o.
Oh, there be necessity.
If
we are to declare state of emergency in these areas, I will not oppose it.
Okay. Would you so won't to mean to be?
I will not oppose it. Yeah, I will not oppose it. But I will endeavor to
there is
say,
too much hypocrisy.
I will endeavor to say that
hypocrisy
it's not part of us. It's not part of us. It's not part of us.
For like 6 months or 7 months ago, declare state of emergency. It's not part of you.
It's not part of us.
But when it comes to Galamsey, me pity the president being Akufo-Addo and Ase Mahama because time about power no. President no paper. Say, oh, me opposition in some way kind no.
Yeah.
Me ba me yehu adwuma. But on one Nkrofo no bi. Hwe. Na wo Nkrofo opeso pamo onim we bu awabua in pieces no. Na wo ba be say o mo adwuma.
Na say no onimansa na wo ka so oba be to.
So, entino Sagalam say no.
Crazy asem no.
Sagalam say no. Say atape ni atakakra. Omo nkan mu ambom.
Pacho, you're tafo.
Someone come one bomu because omumi enu no moti ono and we catch say campaign omu ye no Galamsey ni sike bi onim. They can't tell me that.
Some minus for some to pick up small.
Ebi omu dey na aba.
Small scale minus you know.
So Galamsey na ne to ne we are money in for and a small scale a Galamsey no mutu. Then interest who call when you know ma near a Galamsey. She soon me how they say me pesa dachi biano me use 50 Ghana cedis at the atoms you way.
Any obeto
because near Ebano bibi.
You're ready now beto.
Near Bano. Na masa use 50 cedis the atoms you way no so. Near me driving so no mommy skin rashes. And your banner sana. Na o my Ghana no ne ye kohi enti Galamsey ri de me de misra himfo no me ahimfo asamba me pese me kan bi ne so nia omunua ya yi enye hwesodie emom se ohini bia o Galamsey site bia be yesa ase so ohini sorry say hey me pili ma ye to Galamsey o masase so a you to no ebe support no ama wona wo yesa no mejai.
Now, yeah, Galamsey once me. I have just been told to say Ghana Immigration Service for I intercepted several barrels of cyanide on the black voter.
I do baby ding.
Cyanide and Galamsey.
Bibi. Yeah, mind. Mama, Obi Kasa said. I think that the soldiers in the panic was right. Was saying. Young ban the importation of cyanide, not PFM, and those tools now more than gold. All the importation of those things to be banned. So and it should only be done strictly by the mining companies. Or more here for more patients.
Okay.
And before mining cramp, national security must clear them. You get it? And say, it must come to national security. With strict supervision, so the bear and landing in conform year approved and some no one fan for year, sir, in no way. And see, there must be a tool, which is the input, processing, and the output. Do you get it? Now, the tools and equipment are more the processing and environment almost say no. The output no go down on and it's a whole block tools now. No more access to input now. How would they process it?
You
get it? So there are so many ways that I think it needs a multifaceted approach to solve this. See, who can sure no rushes are about the baby is being born deformed.
Oh, now who can be say anka wana where minus anka yedi mo mono omuna anka yemfa saade no ensure musa so mupe no mo kwan say on bekra ebe kwa kwete say we dollar dey ya. Yes, Bank of Ghana, Juma.
The Chroma, Bibi, Juma.
Everybody, Juma. Bank of Ghana and control dollar. Bank of Ghana, not dollar anymore. But Okoyeti Hoya, not dollar no.
That's a dollar Nabochi no control.
Abochi the control dollar.
You're banning exportation of rosewood from Ghana.
Yes.
There be a containers of rosewood fi Ghana ko. Then you're banning Okrom.
We are talking about a serious issue.
The Upper West Regional Command of the Ghana Immigration Service I intercepted a large cache of chemical substances suspected to be sodium cyanide along the banks of the Black Volta River. A total of, guess what? 250 drums.
50.
Yes. Containing the suspected chemicals were discovered at 6 where they had been stockpiled near the river. You see the danger? It's a cyanide.
I saw how on the barrier Juma. Or one on the barrier Juma. No. And February. Under the NDC.
You see?
One say,
Bibi. Ebiana, yeti ya sasa we abi.
Cyanide, must sound so ako stockpile
I can promise you after announcement we are abe until we are there who should be. You need studio hani a kochi.
Container of dollars.
Is it because we did a general coordinator
or the Ghana Police Service and by a press conference on this matter.
I'm listening there. No more
about the dollars nobody's covering. Who knows the fake dollars?
I'm saying fake dollars.
Of course, I think.
Remember, national security in the cooperation. Also, police for more money.
Police. But there was a press conference not too long ago about it.
No, I really want to
understand that matter was captured.
That operation was not done by the police service. It was done by the national security led by Richard Japa.
Yes. Is it Richard Japa who led it?
Yes. So I'm surprised that
no. Let me get my facts right. There was a press conference.
I heard it.
Oh, the second I'm saying now, me say me come in here. I feel some baby come in here.
And no now the chance.
Every day someone me can say this crana.
We be come here. No, you be down ha. You be down ha. You welcome. Progress. You be down ha.
Me topic can galamsey. Very well. Cause a hard dream.
I mean too.
You will come ha and your baby coalition. And several.
He's avoided on party conference. So
that's what I said. Party conference. Party conference.
Topic can
there was some kind of labor unions will come who strike because of Galamsey.
Yeah.
At the time, no Brim River, me say me if you get it, you cock it pa. Na it me ko wesen any na say, and then they are stagnant. A gina and simbium.
Did I say a p?
Too much.
Not here na.
Too much. Until it's the it's the same. The crown. Omu ye galam say the crown say san ko titimu. Oman dress mu and suits na be gumu too much. And no real be sorry say our plan for Galamsey. In fact, we show the 120-day promise na wom. Say ban illegal mining and all forms of new licenses.
Yeah.
And so then you take Ghana China mining company. Almost 30 something excavators. Oh Ghana ha we had Ibrahim Eco Launching company no. Ya team company no krom ha. Ghana China mining why almost one TSC mo mining bi. Meanwhile 120-day promise na wom.
No, yeah, people never believe them. No, let's get this facts right. Ibrahim, is he saying that Ibrahim Mahama, Echo Opin, Galamsey company?
He was on Kase Galamsey company. It's a Ghana China mining company. Wanka Galamsey company.
We are talking about Galamsey.
To relate that to Galamsey. I said it has come before. And then Neba.
But we are dealing with illegal mining. Don't let him mix the two.
Did you listen to him?
Wait. Out there.
Did you listen?
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that.
Maybe now you were on your tablet.
No, why didn't they say
so why didn't they give you the premise in it say Mohammed's 120-day promise, or say all forms of mining licenses obe halted. Yet this Ghana China mining company has been formed. That is the point he's making. One Kagalam say.
And to him it's illegal.
No, all forms of mining.
So also all forms of mining.
Just raising them
all forms. All forms.
So there was no need to say this China.
President didn't say all forms of mining. He didn't say all forms of mining. Even large-scale mining and even the large-scale mining should also operation should be ceased.
You know what you do?
Is that what he's claiming?
The best way to counter that is to just fish out exactly what Mahama said on that matter. Now they are counter on why?
Wow. In summer, Osaka and he said, "Oba, we did 2 weeks." Oh, my man, come on.
Manano say, man,
bani all forms of mining. Ubia fane niamangu ho. Na yen show bia kratemu. Na yen start for front. Oma ni kwan say some ye adwuma no ya bo magu. Afrenso mo compete mo kochichi small boys biom because omo victims of circumstances. Mo be call after the kingpins no. Ye buy ye hu so much one kingpin po. Or him be abe yi kingpin ba ko fu mo am camp otimo parliament.
I say we waka.
Hey. Ne yo to for the no boho. Me kuma say am dey na me no. Me kan no na mo mu.
Etie, I wouldn't first person.
Oh, no, yes, so my friends we do shop. Me kan no nti.
E no so nye dia. Me wada matters to do.
Enti one we say, ye crop we di nada. And Saturday utie Felix e wo news filer. O say sa law na e ka se repealing. Am for ntia o na sa law na ye pa is rather protecting the forest. That airline no mo no na trend the forest to nyama ese oye nyama eni se oye, that is all. And I'm saying, so did this guy know this thing? In Kenya, don't be repealing law bia because some say law no. E ye nyama bia ye dia tutu ho se na be ya ukọ forest mu a se ukọ mine a nyama ese oye enu tie ye sa law no bank of we still law na see into no sorry I'm see repeal it. They don't understand the law. So right now these people are even defending the law. Let us say, Bibian no horse bakusi. Secondly, the most we declare state of emergency up to now. Into your would you need a simple roadmap fine. Oh, bia me am I'm so I dey with there. Me support 20.
I no crack change what you to every to my mama.
For the sake my vote for the sake of Blue River and tea. Oh, we need cry nyahwe. Oh, we need na oma. Say aye west. Say so no any chrome bolly bamboy and then statement be a buy.
Yeah.
Say of course it did we chrome hole on one chrome. Now then I galamse some boys sitting weddings are. Na sitting president be a no makoye say because we chebi.
Na so dey baby go do.
I won kai
say wo kan sa kimpi no ye china ke we na boy no betumi akọ.
Say no e koso e o bolly din. Just say, now the joke of the century is how water guard brigade no almost na me banam to say minister in voice. Only two who said 24-hour water. Then what have been the achievements so far? Then you have to say, no minister back say some they are supposed to be
water guard for video no ma. It was a 50 per update. So we have an update. I want the video.
Omo community into omo crofo omo we mind ti ase omo ko chuku ni abechiri omo na. Just a waste of resources.
Intelligence.
Who show me how to say omo members na omo page ma omo nya no ene de omo akogu sa adie mu a bosumi so ye
new and my family can say renewed passion fight they make reference to the pact now Moma presidential candidates are holding now I'm endorsing to me running through now young fair no yardstick we say we've seen some commitment and among the key unfulfilled promises according to UTAG under the pact and it said one, the immediate public denunciation of Galamsey and its environmental harms. I think so with the president and the minister have done it severally. Say omo denounce the fact that Galamsey no enya de omo beso so maya. The second is a directive for all illegal mining activities to cease, including the excavation of forest reserves and river bodies. you to accept the president has not fulfilled it.
Yeah.
Empowering law enforcement agencies to act without fear or favor, regardless of political affiliation. I'm not sure. The president has empowered the security agencies. Yes. I mean, today the tax force is be yes. Rogue ones be crowd Muhammad Mama Nano call President Kota Crado say rogue tax force of funding in a two almost. There is also this we were supposed to work on implementation of a coherent, practical anti-galamsey policies. Can we, gentlemen, me can dey we na mo be di ho agreement a na mo anka ne me kan ya me ha mo. Implementation of a coherent, practical anti-galamsey policies. And I know what I say. And I know what I say. No. Where as presidential candidates and committed to and they committed to it. Okay. Now can we say and they are by 7 months in there is a clear, coherent, practical anti-galamsey policy in place. This is the policy.
Fight in coherent.
And this is another one, big one. The dismissal of local government officials who permit or protect illegal mining in their jurisdictions. And the absence of a state of emergency in affected areas. We need Niema Omokase candidates in the form of Sanchez committee to it. You are saying Mahama has scored 0 in all of this?
Zero.
Hasn't he enhanced the police and the security agencies
against the fight?
Against the fight.
What's your evidence?
The
Chrome Hana soldier for call baby a constituency chairman 18 Nimman Kokunu. So we are more than money so and on Wabidu. Na keso friend wo phone so oba
no constituency chairman
o team soldier ni minimum ko kunu another one so region western region and also sa e year pen of MP na e wo ho no MP so ye boys na rasus wo ho live on TV omo ye boys ye be make sure somebody right thing ye boys no police for dem monko ye yan beba how what is your evidence say my sir
but for IGP are launching a task force or my arrest Bibi.
Oh, Bibi. Enna ye cano say arrest now or no so my no. Any arrest or say on ye. Because that one doesn't solve the problem.
Okay, well I blew a guard for so
could also
the ministry issued this video last 3 weeks and 2 weeks. Last 3 weeks. No, it's been 3 weeks. Okay, so almost the video way to Facebook page indicating say the blue water guards abajuma pa na minus ni hu womo no omo de omo namu mirika ene dwane ye ye hwe sa scenario we ni video omo de to ho minus ni gina shamfan we he se no mu hwiri atu so he sa video we ministry ni de betu dwa say this was a successful operation. Blue water gas na ya omudu ho just by their mere presence the miners ran away. Na fi sa video we ohunu no say operation.
Dabi
2 omo statement ni 2 dwa no omo say the people ran away in haste.
Na here be omo
akogina su na no na akwani esumi ba no kra no omo gina ho he. Also shamfan ni mu no mu nyina na nyese o mu so ade american po na na edwane o
you say o to suru boko
de oboko. This video make my candidate say it is more of a simulation exercise than telling me say where you pushing.
Big joke. What we say ye nuanom no they don't take their time to do things that has a lasting effect or anything. On pay before the optics all the time. We say who your minister is serious, I do any sort of publish a crime will be who because any who say near check run for say
oil illegal mining.
That's what be illegal mining do a chin crop for.
And so you have 4 people on the Shanfan and only 1 man and Okako Chinipa 4.
Obu di na no mo.
Omo he ne sa
Odu ho do.
Oso mu nu
we akuna akoto nsuo no.
I say choreographed.
Akwese fifi akọ ni promo a we odika afufo bi akọ bi afọ bi nko de na nkola nyina abetraka.
All right, Amalema.
This is
for the records. Shamfan Nona already arrested because they had already tied in
exactly
a rope.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, Shamfan that our rope so. Okay, to rope under so.
So yeah,
man tam Shamfan.
It was already under their control and in the Pakrono bed dive.
They were pulling out of the riverbed.
Okay. And now Muka's uncle diving for purposes of say successful.
Okay, so maybe pull it to work.
It's a video now. It's a video clearly no. Afterthought.
Bibi.
Maybe only say in football. Obvious relation red card and say yellow card.
Yeah, then.
Obvious relation.
Red card. You see, on the most serious note. Yeah. Now, Bibi, there was a Fifi. I can't send me. Yeah. My cousin same way. MPP no. So two who know Joshua. He make us in the na baako for no yi san kunya no. Oh, I said it at the beginning of Masama Mebekawa say. Some people before mo kasa mo nti omo. And when they are reading, they don't even pay attention to read what is written.
Corrected.
See, somewhere party manifesto in Kanu.
Yeah.
Reciting Ghana, page 61.
Yeah.
Heading will say, promote responsible mining for sustainable development. Heading in here. That's the first paragraph, or the introductory paragraph. Will say, the next NDC government will wage a ruthless war against the illegal mining menace and roll out an aggressive program to reclaim our polluted water bodies, degraded lands, and devastated forest reserves.
Yes, sir.
We will, 1, place a ban on new mining activities in forest reserves.
Okay.
Okay?
Me too.
This statement was very explicit. Place a ban on new mining activities in forest reserves. Is that what people was reading here? I did what kind of.
Manifesto them reading you.
Manifesto them reading.
You read 120-day promise.
121-day promise.
120.
See, good. That 120 promise. No, who be a wine? What be what else would be a who be a wine? I open the same thing here.
But we're different from the 120-day promise.
I am saying, I said all kinds of 120 days in comments and home. It's a lie. Because it was a reflection from what is being captured here. At page 61, Bibi, you can read it yourself. You can read it yourself. If you may, you can read it up to the point 4. So, we place a ban on the new mining activities in the foreign reserves. As we speak, there is no mining going on in the foreign reserves. Because all the foreign reserves have been claimed and
it's not true.
And cleared out of illegal
It's not true. It's not true. It's not true. It's never true.
There have been an aggressive intervention by the government with respect to the illegal small-scale mining activities. Yes. That notwithstanding, there's a lot of work to be done. So, and the problem, the issue, the amount that I'm saying, I Bibi Ohon say, Bibi, Okoya Penya Besuechi. You get it? Okoya Penya Besuechi. What should we do next?
State of emergency.
There should be a accommodation. I will not place it. Even some MPP is to come to government and net. I will not blame them. Or seek to blame them.
But you've been blaming them.
You see, they were things that they themselves initiated it. Krumah, for the last 8 years, excavators about Krumah, and saloon cars. And then you watch.
Wait, DVLA report.
DVLA. I'm going wrap up. So maybe there's a problem. I agree with that. And soon you need before you are show. Now before NDC for no show. MPP should admit before we came to power, like you said, yes, before Muhammad left office in the year 2016. Now that I'm saying, When the NPP came, you made it more worse. You worsened the problem. You aggravated it and handed over to President Mahama. We are battling it. Let us all put our ideas together. How do we deal with this matter in order to curb the impending danger facing all of us? Okay. That should be the conversation. The conversation shouldn't be Mahama said this, he has failed, or this person has failed. What must we do going forward?
98.9.
And I agree with all the stakeholders.
What must we do? No, he identified what we must do.
What should we do? The plan that rolled out. But see, I am surprised that a government that is having 4 years mandate, that government is being judged by 7 months, and it appears the conclusion has already been drawn. I don't think so. There's a problem, and all the sector ministers are doing their best.
I think it is too early.
And well,
for us to see results,
it can still be too early. 7 months. MMDC is where the government. And when the president inaugurated the MMDCs, 1.2,
Amaliba, what different thing has your government done in the last 7 months? Are yet different from what the Kufuor has done now? Ususu said, One,
there's a demonstrable will. The demonstrable will.
It is not new.
There is. It is new. It is new. Yes, new. Say,
demonstrating will
previously we didn't see it. Yeah, official government at the report.
Let me tell you something. If it is about demonstrable will, can I say President Abba and Galamsey show will? The question is, how far did they carry their political will? Arresting Galamseyers,
you're banning all forms of mining for a whole year.
Arresting Galamseyers, new. Arresting excavators, new. We have even set excavators ablaze.
Yes.
Oh, that one.
Because it appears to say, "Neya hunu de dano, and we be na ye hunu." It is all case abino young in a day. Bibusa say edian foforo no maya enunti ye mamre because na ye huri and ye huri da
omati water guard no omati blue water guard
able to weed our foreign reserves out of Galamsey invasion.
That thing is not true.
The man who initially reported says that it say obika say ya reclaim forest reserves are me and yindi because the people are back in the forest.
One reporting.
Sorry, don't call.
And I have seen. Should we go
to the place where I say 35?
Should we go to Russell's speech and read this one cancer with the page now? Should we go and audit his speech?
Yes.
But you can read.
Fine.
But the time if you put out those things must also matter.
But yes. But I have seen countless posts of Russell's. Recommending the government, recommending IGP.
You mean commending?
Yes, sorry, commending IGP, commending the government, commending the sector minister for the fight, and even professing the same further actions.
But he doesn't fall short of criticizing as well.
Of course, he criticizes and also even professes solutions going forward. I agree with that. It is a progressive move. But I can say it that this government have the demonstrable will to fight it.
Very well.
No matter how tough it is, we shall overcome.
We shall overcome someday. I never know.
Maybe we say commercial, but
me commercial. We come next topic so.
Next topic.
If you find out.
Sir, 6 points now. Okay.
Yeah.
First one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I say.
Let me check it.
The immediate public. My phone.
I mean, check him, right? Okay, so the first one is the immediate public denunciation of Galamsey and its environmental harms.
Good. One way.
Publicly denounce.
One way. I say Yeti area. Na honest neighbor. Uninu kankra.
Okay.
Intokwa womuntem. Momenta owo besi ba kufie no. Uye den. Uwe kofi akoma. And for any president to come, Galamsey dey me chi, me pem. Any dear.
General.
General way. And you know. Yeah, no from. Afiyembra fifth one.
Okay.
98.9.
Fifth one.
Yeah.
The dismissal of local government officials who permit or protect illegal mining in their jurisdictions.
Unim, may you be a bar cry for no covanda boy.
Hey, Dr. Alfredo Kuva-Napoe.
Fantastic. Metumi aka say
so number one regional minister.
Chenche.
Metumi aka say onini me obi a
hard working man.
Yes, onini me obi a oba akra. Na adwuma a ohya ase say oye no. Anko onini first mayor kra the cleanest city no.
Yeah.
Anko betumi aye. Ohya ase ye adwuma.
Yeah.
Na ugina graphic road obetumi ahwe straight to Aveno. Ohya ase say oye adwuma na eno no national organizer ya Boati Jan. Say masa adwuma na oye ni jai. Na time of full soldiers ye call runs ye pevo tama party na wo he me mba me say ye party no kra. Ena ma no no bre na sese kim.
Anka Kuva-Napoe Lands and Natural Resource Minister Anka Beme Depa.
You see, sir, dismiss any day. Baby or one. When Pinot Parliament, only go for over Parliament.
Well, I'm saying if we are no support to.
On one of so na say the coy. And tis a me maso was yam and walk on Parliament. Uba no ba yemra e de ogu medjuma.
Say nem ko for Parliament o mo edjuma bia na no mo ye.
And it's nana biankasa MP bia ama no. Edjuma be no we do ko we no. Enti no anema bi wo ho a edin. Say omoba out o ye mayemre meti ase. Esan say sa galamsey fight we no. Ejimre. Esan say nipa na ordinary round table no ordinary discuss galamsey no. Oya kimping. Enti na dan catch say lucky do catch Nelson Mandela say Mr. President, you think your country is free. One thing you don't know, your country is being remote control. President, you want your multi cabinet, you know. The bureaucrats cabinet of the galamsey. So president anymore. Who be na president came here. No afraid boys no munko. Na se so je ne ko a eno na constituency chairman. Who's the constituency chairman? A whole military man. Say who ba ho no wan bo mama ne. Na regional minister so be den. Enti galamsey asem no ye kan yen kan ye.
Ye kan ye na ne ye no ene sen well. Now watchi every Saturday the New Patriotic Party ede omo dwumedie kese National Delegates Conference ko hye so na omo koya amendments to omo constitution no omo wie no me say out of 56 proposed amendments no 54 were adopted by conference. I think say ba kwa ejinemu kese the age definition of a youth. Na okay,
and the second some go bisa CPP. There's not go so to CPP. CPP we 70 years here you are fully the national youth organizer. Oh, where a job pao. They propose the sanka almost limited and almost defining a youth to be someone between 15 and 35. Anka ene omaine mra ebeye pe ana afin so be meet international best practices but conference eboguye another proposed amendment in so a conference boguye and it say regional executives would have the power to appoint in Crawford outside of the constituencies to supervise their elections and conference and so ebosa adwenkyere no so eguye. The NPP did this on the back of a theme almost say rebuilding together with our values. Now, throughout the entire conference, I kept asking various stalwarts, theme, is it an admission? Say, omo lose omo values. I ne also mo kohwe. And the loss of that values, na ama party no ejije ne omo rebuild ya na. Dodo na deny, but they equally also agreed. Say the party is not the same, and I need a big crabo to say values in the say the new generation be refi party in history, be refi values. But me busa fifi after Saturday Jumedi MPP for musu say munkabo mu na mohwehwe na ba na
Bibi yes sir Saturday yanka say
me
I mamba
aden.
Oh, Saturday na SMD lady call
okay.
On say yanka say yekoye nkabom hu
Now rebuilding now mo kwene.
Rebuilding is startifi baby. Baby is startifi ni say.
The party has to go to the pressure cup.
I said me kre.
What who say? Emra ya de achichire ho aye fo say emwa.
Yeah. Man appoint questions here.
Yet na se ni ehwe. Na ye yi bi film. Na ye introduce new laws I fo say ebeboa going forward. You know na rebuilding because say bia who honor all this bar no. You appointed director of communications. Obe appointing no now halfway through no. They be say muyi no. They be say on kase ye. Na aye wentry. Say they are conference. Yes, ye to mano. Yeah, it should be an elective position. Into no party manan kase shia. Near si UBB near Persia de Ukwa near Tumawa. You have the backing and the support of the people. Whether you are performing or you are not performing, since they voted for you, you have their support. And no part of the rebuilding.
It is able to communication directors from constituency to national.
Yes.
It's louder.
Propaganda secretary. Some of these appointments, to
strategic,
not just strategics, to also have some semblance of regional balance. To be sure, a deputy general secretary and Tuaba they are appointed. Appointments need be a strategic. Okay. But Emriaba said,
because at the conference, among four thoughts more expressing on that matter, Dodo say the intention is say more some strategic decisions be, but over the period it's been abused. To be here, the winning general secretary, our interest in who becomes the deputy. The person may not even be competent, and so affiliation in the
yes. So we say every human institution or every human endeavor are subject to how should I say it, which is not regulated. It's
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
When human interference comes to play, definitely a lot of things can influence it. So many things can influence it. But see who say human life nankasa no sanity. Uye bibina say a year nobody cares how you got it. Ubi a sebi why successful biya no. He's just successful. Na emo no say anye yi a e na afi ansana obi abehwe na kwa we kra na wan boni braye e na we say e na enwe square di ko nyina ahwe no it's like that. So we've gone for an election as a party and as a government. Niama ye de two Ghana for anim say ye pese e beye any adwuma na ye fo say ye going forward no Ghana for said no adwuma so any Mountain chain. NDC has a superior proposal.
EpaHoaDaben 98.9.
All around the $200 and something billion and the bebraying. All these things put together, Ghana fought now say no, I deal with it. So say pa na nkrofo kan me NPP ni die. But men too many this intimate to cry, metnefi, NDC for But to say, who say, Bank of Ghana, they are $200 at 10 cedis. But we share news reporter, there's a lot of businessmen are complaining because all this car could go bank. Bank no and $2 manufacturing a transfer and a transaction and because they know, say that the rates that they've advertised, they can't sell the dollar like that. Until now, businessmen are forced to buy the dollar from town at a far higher rate than the Bank of Ghana rate. To be say, what is going on? And yet, Sabi, Nipa Baku Naka, there's this Joy FM reporter cry, so no, or a little bit tilted towards the NDC. But when he post crowd, no cry, say, Nikro will be complaining, say for the past 6 or 7 days, Omsika Bank, I saw me transfer call. Timeline down. Ya bank needs me nya sikane mo fanko. But we promise say exchange rate here abedu baby eduye.
very organic. Ya juma, ya yese ne diabetum. But to say no Ghana fool who say, hey, and now me can say, Obia or can't VIP, and I say, or only VIP, I won't cry her, and I say Ghana. Now offer passengers if you are crack kumasia. Devil's levy ne that's on kwano. I'll be tiano. You buy about 200, you pay about 240 Ghana cedis as levy for just fuel or what the kukumase. Meanwhile, I pay just about 2 or 3 months ago. 2 months ago, you change in some anati lorry fares. But look at it. Trot for your more much fares by 15%. Beneno say auto every liter be I don't say a gallon at 1 cedi na betosu. But a liter. And no be a coordinate filling stations or 2 liter. 1 talk better 1 gallon. Now to 1 gallon be able to 4 cedi 50 pesos. Into truck driver now no one himself auto 20 gallons a day no dia jumano. Auto we are so utia 90 cedis ma buying for nothing. A buying car so this can dia ye kwan. Ana so ji e dia ye bibia onu behu. A buying so this can ma kania na gina so. Na baby sa ho say time na petrol ye 18 cedis stand na ban be manage na so no. I don't know the one just 1 cedi on a liter no. Oh, it is anyama we nyina no. As the body corporates as MPP, Yatnas here who say, Yenuanu didn't throw in nada. So let's sit down, let's rebuild. Let's show our base. Say, look, a chance we move. And Yama be brave or in Crawford can't to from Musama. A lot of people thought it was true. But yet you are ashamed say, as we go, because in Crawford, there is no way they can compare themselves to us when it comes to governance. Omo di any propaganda, but pass if you fair human to form. Omo timi.
Fi ebisa National Executive Committee organizes our conference. Eshada create an avenue for Dr. Baumia to be showcased.
One say, Ayana, the microphone be almost supporting other candidates. No, Aya, omo rate me fi asem kakra. Asem rate fini say. MPP as a party, we cherish our leaders. So if you are our former president, our former vice president, we hold you in such a high esteem. Yeah, to say Uncle Fona, Omutimi Mantamo founder. Eshe Buomuno. Yes, sir. Into the say,
Amaleba sirama bibi.
Oh, there be or shop no any string.
Oh,
Let the camera capture the whole color for the record. Let the camera capture
Amaleba Pacho.
This is advert.
But you are being disruptive. You are in a Monday class. Yes, now we have video also.
Oh, and yenu se wabeye utubesha yera alu mama se wenyan bi biko nsi e bibia ni picture bo na che so ho na ka se na yesi yebesi ahoahoa no enya agro nti of Dr. Baumia. He was and is a former vice president. He was our vice presidential candidate. He became a vice president. He's the former vice president. In the or no, anywhere, be a vice president. Munyepe. What I say? Munyepe at all. So no baby, even the kind of state security create the amount. Who ya mobi? There's nothing you can do about it. No matter what happens, you have a supposed advantage over you. Because right from now, even crowd campaign or no achievement now, deko. Ukojina baby a can sema adia or no baomiatnase adjin atregu krataso and then adbako your campaign. That alone should tell you, say he has an advantage over you. What's I say? And until so mutimiti ase na almost ultimate building candidates from a different level. But more say a non-quaint, they are disadvantaged already. Otherwise, they will lose when they're not supposed to lose.
I observed one thing. And because you are in search for unity and rebuilding your party, let me ask. Say in the generational history of the NPP in pictures, from Shiashi, Eba to the venue, where flags bearing pictures of various leaders are already NPP in him. Interestingly, and in your brochure, Dr. Usu was missing.
Really?
Yeah.
I have not. No, I mean, I don't know. Me can planning.
You can check it out because
me can planning committee. Me can. I don't know the level to which they went in choosing the leaders that they use their pictures.
Because how are Yakubu Munina will be but Victor Usu's era is. Meaning say Matime Hone
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Now, sure.
Now, Alan, so they
Alan, there's one year. Undo that.
On your founding member.
Undo that level. No?
By a founding member, Anna.
Oh, founding members. So you pictures. We in leaders. No?
But I got this inclination.
Yeah, so, those who have really led the party.
But at least with also now
it only dawned on me when the conference was over. Because I mean, because I interviewed the planning committee chairman extensively.
But that time because yeah party need the BB. Ultra ABC. So they share about 4, 5, 6, 7 people.
My inclination is the party wants to send a signal to defectors. Because
like I said,
because the recent history is Alan Chamatin who has defected. My suspicion is a party no person beso so sad. It is a history be actually say at a point to be then they will not glorify that person now to glorify.
No one can say so. No, I mean, Shadan Tini Dinwo scheme of things. Everybody in time, so it may well be so. But yeah, when say you should to go for Momuko, I'm an only Iraq for Kotnas say, ye meeting ya only ha sebi no person ki trisign na oba.
But that was after his complaint.
Yes, that was after his complaint. Yeah, man for said na yeah tremu ura you can say or search him so in the cassava no tremu so no two crofo on bed say liaison between the party and him name says some crofo na moment me afa message na ko but yes you know the party didn't sit down you to go for mom call ni na so o bi kroku awo mu ni kotena ase mani hu say osum yebo na me catch ye de ye mantamo bi she demu
mate Marunko, Georgia, for let me hear you on the MP.
First time MPs grad the Bradani deputy ministers, Ura Rollins ba. What na parliament since when?
Only party has it.
Oh, Ura Rollins ba pa. Yes, also committee bisukra.
George, parliament is okay.
But that's it. Man, you become yembo MPP for Abaso.
Okay.
Say challenges in your name, 19 for no. Amojina Muna, so I can say Ebebaso. Na Ebaso. Mammy should be in free her. Cecia MPP party no.
Rebuilding together with our core values, with our values, no core.
Building it, your more building, so no obia building it separately.
Happy FM.
And also the found call okun. So many BBN na you see a call Kwame Nkrumah circle. Yen na ya so yen sem ne ye kwa. Se bibi pia a wo be hu me. Na se me kofa ni say na so kofa ni say ya na we say oh general na only one na ko bi ana bibi wo he
ono so fa ha na eze mo ntemu
ono so fa ha e ho na won so ah na say only bibi na eden
ya de no
e ko MPP me need the last person me can say nchichemu mbra MPP
okay
because ye here opposition be a strong na to me guide
omo mo aben
mo no
EpaHoaDaben.
Nti de bia me ka say ade ba ko adi MPP nya 92 a manko parliament no. Say numbers are enom di ewo parliament no 92 no similar e bia no munya
92 yan kokra.
But say mo MPs no
Omo boycott parliamentary elections. And no much stolen verdict.
Boycott elections. Certainly a two presidential na sana.
Okay, I got two parliamentary.
Enti me de mo say party ni de ewo ho. Na dia aka eni nkabom. Sisi ano MPP party na akoye party bia ka no bibia ye adwuma. Ni brakes ye adwuma, ni light ye adwuma. Na fu me ba ho na me ba no. So car bibia ye adwuma. Ba fuel ni car no mu. Enti sisi ano. Unya say ye di fuel ebe dey. E mo ni amale ye kwa. So o se fifi watch no. Unya say
wa shaba person distract.
Ubeto fuel aye den. Egu car no mu. Uto fuel egu car no mu pa. Car no start say ye adwuma. Na for what fuel no. Ona o kan no driver no one. Sisia MPP here leader who can take the bull by the horn. That's the kind of leader that they need.
What bull?
Election now. Year 2028, you know. Election get well.
Enough for more.
And that form. Ya two ababa bibi. 2028. Because one say 2028, you know. Now, yeah, mama. Omba.
Or retirement.
Enti.
I'm so record that.
Debbie.
I saw my do the man can once.
Emma, many shows so kasa. He's a true Democrat.
Yes, yeah. True Democrat.
Hama won't do that.
So, MPP nya such a leader. Obia obetumi aka functions nyina aye den. Abom. This time around, ntichemu e MPP no, e do so simbra akufo wo no.
Who's just after flag bearer contest and chichemu ni nyina bejai.
Say MPP ankasa jitum say 2028 on person ba power there.
Okay.
Because 2028 you know they are not going to fight against NDC.
No why?
GFP.
Ebe. Ghana Freedom Party.
I'm telling you.
Na some mun kura power nti mo no mo be trading.
Debi some before say oh NDC nti na yeba. Mo ndwi NDC ho.
Omunwe mo ho.
Omundwi ye ho.
Ekwado nko ni ho GFP mo nyina bia ni.
Ye di wa unua na yeba.
Roman father.
Ye di wa unua na yeba. Enti bibi say MPP enya leader, as I said, no, someone who can take the bull by the horn and who can unite the party.
Yeah.
Because Kufuor time, no, yes, there was function.
98.9.
And yeah, baby, sir. But this time around, no, more Bebru 6. The Cobre Japons, the Boache Jakun, Kennedy Japan, Doctor, Cecilia. But
when you call those factions, these may be camps because of a more flag bearer interest. But when you say factions, not just say there is a large chunk of party for now based on ideological or some key issues be or disagree.
Bibi, bra, Dr. Duchum Weber. And I'm saying, hey, wow. Na Dr. Educhu Davena with me and your support base say. And to me share no pass I
don't open go for do a chidi abedi.
I don't know
omon kokwa.
I don't know boligally there over do na. And atanga no.
Delegates.
So, and to them we were yemia fee e ka no. Say we be able to say ade ne ye ma doctor no. Me delegate me trust you.
You bet me
abuaje but
Danny drew her.
Dan drew her.
That's it. I'm a level point.
Bibi.
Minia.
I'm more happy.
My Joe Subium.
Na.
Hey, what's the cell phone?
What's the sound phone? What to 50 phone ni bi pepe. What to 50 phone ni bi pepe.
Me were proper announcement also me.
Me too.
President Muhammad Aroma.
Yeah.
Wabua me say me be food bank wa dabraka.
Okay.
Me be bi so Madina.
Food bank.
They will hear any card MPP ni. Be the free.
Awesome. Because so be policy announcement too.
My mom for something free a form fan cost 98.9. Fifi. Or say business community dollar akwahwe momo kekem. Business community bia ni kroma omoche guta meboa.
Okay.
Now tell some guta for working. Where a Ghana web publication as you can see.
Yeah.
Almost saying in a statement signed by its president, Dr. Joseph Oben, the head of Business Community and Economic Bureau, Charles Kusi Apia Kubi, I know him. Guta applaud the governor for this achievement, adding that it has brought hope to the business community. Okay. We wish to highly commend the governor, that's the Bank of Ghana governor, and his team for efficiently managing the forex market to this extent. We believe that the fiscal discipline adopted by the government has also contributed to this achievement. Almost saying, Guta commend Bank of Ghana governor over cedi gain against major currencies.
Okay. Over cedi gain, not availability of dollars.
Over cedi gain.
Yes.
And indeed, there is availability of dollars in the system because ours, the scale of the cedi depends on demand and supply. A demand and supply. So while there is cedi enough dollars first in the market or in the Bank of Ghana, definitely the cedi will gain strength. And the sense of car or tell or cano, Sabi, I somewhere or see a bugukra with the contempt they deserve. He has also pontificated a lot here. Ubusa ne party asem. Also ni hweka. Na wakofa ensam na wanya tunseni abasa. Na ne party mo so no ntumi nka. You know why? Tell me. You want to confirmary. Let me tell you. Party omukoi way, party way. So omukoi delegate debe conference. Omukoi conference day. But Bibi, are you aware some of journalists are
Mente.
Won't you all? Then you didn't see the video. I will share it with you.
I would love to watch.
I think GH1.
You owe me some videos from Boku too.
Boku videos. No, I sent. In fact, I asked Uncle to send them. That's my brother. Okay, send them to me. I'll give them to you. Oh, GH1 reporter. Okay, I'll get the video for you. I'll save it on my Facebook wall. I'll download it and forward it to you. Let's put everything aside. They went there to also outdoor their crocodile babies. Some don't make call Aifa. Akwetia. And let me warn the MPP. When Mahama was in government 2012 to 16, Omoko found mercenaries every South Africa do mobile. Are you aware? So we national security I issue statement asking say, in fact, they are making a demand for explanation regarding weapons we withdraw from mine armory last year. Sakodianun koi e wahifa. Akodianun koi wahifa. Government want to know, and the public want to know.
But they
never return. Those go, yeah, but good for them. That is the norm, but they never follow those protocols.
No, you have come. There's a list of weapons. We will get there. Why issue a statement?
They say, they were going to call for unity. Call for unity. Ubusa say. The conference was used as a medium to project Baumia. Also, there be enters Accra. The others know mellow. Obe mellow. Why won't he mellow? Because there is a big mouth ready to swallow the youngest antelope in the jungle, and he knows it. He can't mess up. Baby, NPP went and nail. And they went there to put the last nail on their coffin. Partner who? I want to see some of the partner who? Because partner who? Oman pena da kufo yengu ya kufo kasai few days before conference be madame boa I don't know for nanko hobi oni Ghana obedi wo Ghana want na hampo no akupi ho
Ronaldo so was not there.
Yes on the call sense see me person be use nsem bi sense wiabo I hear a corner. The best American but pathway, any 38% out of the top position. It doesn't exist to be more. GFP, my party, Ghana Freedom Party. They were holding Poche MPP. Yes.
And you're sober for now.
You're sober for now. We are going to enforce the political party laws. The party will be a license when we call elections because the laws must be enforced this time around.
Who is going to enforce the political party?
Oh, sir, agency also enforcing. But see, MPP.
You see, former men, I'm in Konami.
You went into conference. Most of them call for unity. I brought you to TV so, but I'm a supporter. And then they do the Japan or travel left, right, center. I brought you to TV or you could tell the Onya TV so pay. Now can the Japan? Can the Japan so also pay party the money? Or the Cabo party there? Or same people say useless party. We won't Jimmy into a better opposition forever. And the pay party the
Haruna Malema, Masiambo, Meda say, Videka, Meda say, George Afo, many thanks as well. Many thanks to my team. Within a Bismark Brown, you can call me BB. Yadibesiha, na yama a happy Casebo team no quine almost so the Casebono, no Sia Diano Abrayan. Yami Adumochna, we're back on radio.